Hey, what's up, guys? I thought you were able to hear me this whole time. Good evening. How are you? I just realized I wasn't in my own stream. Hello, Blue Shirt. What's going on? And something. Marty, Longshoreman, Justin. What's up, guys? Thank you for joining me. I'm humbled by you sparing your valuable time to talk about watches with me. I hope your Monday is going well and your evening is starting off to go well, and that your weekend was great. Hey, I think we're waiting for Bud, the Stud, and Clyve Wrangler, but we'll see how that goes. Anyhow, I thought today would be a good time to tackle the topic of the Rolex bubble and whether it's popped or not. You guys interested in maybe checking out some prices? I just got an idea of checking out some historical pricing, and I thought it would be a fun idea to go over it, and maybe we can all share our thoughts together as to what we think as to whether or not indeed has the bubble popped or not. Blue Shirt, no bubble bursting. No bubble bursting. He's already saying that. Well, Blue Shirt, I'm going to agree with you. After I took a look at things as well, I kind of I'm of the same thoughts. What's up, Wrangler? Good evening.
Good evening. Hey, Rich. Just got back from a meeting.
Good. I had a really busy day today. I actually worked about 7 hours today. I had to bust my butt, including
I can tell. Probably got a crack at it.
yeah, including driving all over to heck and back. So, but I made it, and I'm here. So, so anyway, let's talk. I want to stick to the topic at hand, and thank you for joining me. I really appreciate you and your time. Has the Rolex bubble popped? And that's what I want to talk about. I don't want to, and to be clear, I don't want to waste time talking about if it's going to pop, what the future holds, because it will eventually, and we all know that's just a recessionary thing.
No, I even disagree with that. It will not pop. It will
Okay,
not pop.
okay.
It might deflate. It might go back to where it was, say, 2015.
Okay. Right. I agree. I'm of the same notion as you. Sure. Let's see who we got.
It's not like in 2021 they'll be distributing Rolexes in vending machines.
Correct.
Buy one, get one free. No.
Justin Bailey, the bubble hasn't burst yet. It wobbled a little. Sure. Epstein's neck burst more than the Rolex bubble. My favorite literary character, John Galt.
Who's John Galt?
The bubble has not really burst, but the super gray market bubble has slightly deflated.
It's as if someone stopped the engine of the world.
Okay.
Never mind. Anyway,
So check it out. Here's where I'm at. Here's what I set up for us. I thought it would be interesting to look at. So let's not mess around. Let's get into it.
Ooh, pretty.
Okay, that's showing up all right?
Yes.
Okay. So what I did is Chrono 24 has the ability for you to input your watches or to input any watch and then to check out its market history and to compare it. And I thought that would be a pretty good source of data because I believe they're going by their true listings and their true sales. Wouldn't you expect?
You know, I kind of hate to say it, but I kind of like that is a source. But on the other hand, I kind of like Watch Recon as well.
Okay, so what I was thinking here is that basically using it as a guide. And if we take the Hulk, for example, basically what I'm looking at is when you look at the graph down here, let's say here's a 6-month charting of the price of the Hulk. And there's the I don't know if this is the median line or the mean, the average. This would be the average in the middle, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
Not sure what numbers exactly they're using it or how they're coming up with it, but let's just say it's the average. I was looking at these, studying these a bit, and I believe an accurate depiction of the price is the bottom of this curve where my arrow pointer is. If we follow the bottom here, the price here seems to be pretty reflective of the true market. So, for example, today.
Actually, wait. Do you want to? Have you sent Mark Goldberg a link?
No, I don't have his email.
You mean send it to him?
Yeah, of course, sure.
Yeah, because we're going to talk about following the bottom.
So, so for example, how much do you see a Hulk going for today? I figure we can talk about this, guys. You want to spit out some numbers, realistic numbers? Do you know how much a Hulk goes for today? Is this the true price up here on Chrono 24? Well, this is Chrono 24 right here. They're telling you 15,038, and there's the estimated value just beneath that, 14,278 to 15,8 as the high. Okay, so
no, I'm sending Mark Goldberg the link as we speak.
Okay,
Speaking of spitting out.
So I mean, I believe, and I don't know how many of you would agree with me that these pricing estimations up here for the Hulk are extremely accurate. 14,278. I think that's fair to say that that's what a Hulk is worth on the low end. Would you agree, disagree?
I would have no reason to doubt it either way. I mean, I kind of hate to say it. It's gotten so the market is getting to where nothing surprises me anymore.
Okay, so here's my I'm going to just share my revelations of what I found by looking at this data. Basically, as we go through each watch, you're going to find that they're pretty much gone flat. They really haven't gone down much, maybe about 5%. But on the contrary, some of the watches have actually gone up. So if you want to pick and choose Rolexes to say that they've taken a breather, you can do that. But I can also pick Rolexes that have continued to appreciate and come up with an opposite argument and say, you know what, go screw yourself. There hasn't even been even a slightest decline in any Rolex prices. And I can show that to you by going to the most popular one, which is what I said earlier. I put this in a comment on your screen. I put this on a comment about the Submariner. You remember what I said?
Oh,
about the Submariner?
Yeah.
Okay, here, look. Hi, bud.
No, if we're
Hello,
talking
how's
about
it going,
watchfinder
guys?
style, though, because I still hate to say this, let me address that real quick.
Yeah.
To me, they simply went from Jesus freaking Christ, are you goddamn kidding me prices back to the oh my god, the normal oh my god price.
But it depends what you look at, because on one of the last live streams we were talking, I said the Rolex Submariner date, when I priced it to sell mine, it's higher than it was when I priced it 6 months ago to sell it. And then I pulled this up today, and the data is in line with exactly what I've experienced. So
Is this
look
on
at,
Chrono?
yeah, this is on Chrono. So here's the 6-month chart of a sub date. So look at how it's gone nothing but up. It hasn't.
Well, Crown and Caliber, I just checked their page. They're now selling ceramic Daytonas for 16,000.
So here's the which ones?
No, I'm just kidding.
No, I was
They,
gonna say.
with without box and papers, dragged through fucking dirt.
I was gonna say, hold on,
So
Clyve, I'm going over to
they're
Crown Caliber
19,000 all day long. But look at, okay, so facts number one. I'm gonna look at the 3-month chart of the sub date. It's higher than it was at the beginning of this chart than it is at the end of the chart. It's higher at the end than it is in the beginning. So it starts at 10,493 and it ends at 10,643. So in 3 months, the sub date has appreciated. In 6 months, the sub date has gone from 10,000, which is what I'm selling mine for, 9,900 with a Rolex warranty, hint.
Almost like brand new after getting it right back from the Rolex service center.
Well, look how perfectly mine's priced, because on the high end, right here, the average is 10,600. The lowest is what would this be?
That's like practically getting a brand new watch, isn't it?
10,003. So at the low end, a sub is 10,300 today. Oh, anyway, you can see the 6-month chart again here. It's any way you look at it, it's going nothing but up, nothing but up.
I find what Chrono can tell you to sell it for, and what you can actually sell it for is a different story.
No, that's not what's going on here.
Okay.
Because I've priced my sub at a higher price today than when I considered selling it 6 months ago, because they've gone up.
Now, Rich, what are you flashing on the screen? I'm sorry, who's?
This is Bud.
Oh, hey, Bud, what are you flashing?
Hey, Clyve, that's the Breitling Premier.
Nice.
Hey, and you know what else, Bud, I'm looking at too is, regardless of that, what you can sell, we're looking at, even if you look at the low part of the spectrum, that bottom zone, where it's at 9,000, like right here where I'm putting the pointer, it's at 9,700, 9,600 right here.
Oh, hey, speaking of the low point, speaking about points in the spectrum, I'm going to send Don Haynes a link.
Okay.
That's
that would be fun.
Yep.
Now, actually, you know who you really need? Okay. Collecting vintage collecting Rolex watches or something, or our Archie super hater David Breen. That guy is hellaciously tracking Rolex prices.
What are you wearing, Clivers?
Oh, me and Bud are Scheitling brothers.
Oh, okay. Should be a Rolex night.
It's good to take a shit together every now and again.
Exactly.
You can actually see the green on mine tonight.
Nice.
I'm so happy.
I'm hopefully going to get my strap in from Air and Combat Straps probably on Wednesday.
Now,
I'm excited that you can see the green, actually. So.
Oh, that is nice.
The next one I was going to pull up was the day dates. Specifically my day date, because basically I know my own experience, just like I've been paying attention to the Submariner date for the last year very carefully. So I can kind of, I kind of agree with what Chrono's showing here. And then this is my 18238 day date.
So is there anything in the market that bases prices off of how long it actually takes you to sell, or no?
What is that? What do you mean?
You know what I mean? Like, so if you're going to sell at the top of the spectrum, do you think it'd take 2 months? Do you think it'd take a month, a week? Is there anything that kind of judges that?
Hard to tell, but I think right now this is the time to sell.
Yeah.
So it says here that their values are calculated. This includes final sales prices as well as current listing prices on Chrono 24.
And then you got to pay a percentage of that, right?
We also take the prices of past listings into consideration. In addition, we use the sample variance to calculate a range of probable value for your watch. Look, what they're coming up here for historical pricing and such is going to be more accurate and closer to market than anything you or I could come up with ourselves. And I don't see nothing wrong with the data. I mean, why would you want to argue with this data? It's real data, So,
well, to quote Mark Twain, there's lies, damn lies, in statistics.
Well, to quote Clyve the Watch Wrangler, the bubble isn't bursting, it's just slowly been let out of air, right?
Only in the ultra premium watches. I mean, like I said, a sub date's gone up. It hasn't gone down $5, it's gone up 1,000. So how did anything go down? You got to pick and look. Patek Philippe, you want to talk about a bubble bursting? Patek Philippe, if anything, a bubble burst, and Rolex is still going.
Well, yeah, we know that Archie's got 5 of them. So
here's
Archie is the horned vulture of horology.
Here's the Daytona. Okay, here's the Daytona. It's still priced. This is brand new. Do you think you could get a brand new one for less than 23,878? What it says here. I know you're pretty good at getting watches, but I'm curious. Have you seen anything lately close to this price?
I had an offer the other day of 21.5, which was the lowest it had been in a couple months. But that was because one guy had to. He wanted to buy it for another guy and stuff, and anyway, just a bunch of baloney. But yeah, it was 21.5. But most of them that I've seen are 24, 25.
So again, if we look at a 6-month chart of this, what does this 6-month chart say? That they've done the opposite of go down in 6 months.
I think the only thing that they've done is just kind of not sell as quick. That's the only thing that I think that I see that's really happened is they're not quite. But I mean, the 3 guys that I talk to that I buy from, they're not really going down on their prices now.
I mean, the only thing that's bursting are pimples on people's butts. I mean, show me a watch for a good deal and I'll buy it. That's where I'm at.
Well, you can get like a limited edition Breitling off their website.
I wonder if they still have that one left.
I'm actually looking as we speak.
I almost bought a limited edition JLC Polaris the other day. I really came close to buying one of them. Have you guys seen them? I know I showed you it, Rich.
Uh-huh.
Have you seen them, Clyve?
Which one again? Sorry. No,
It's
they've still got one.
Really? They still have that one left?
I
You're
presume
kidding me.
they have
How funny. That's funny.
Well, let me see if it'll let me add it in my bag. Yeah,
Here's
it's
the
on me.
Aquanaut. Check it out. Here's the Aquanaut.
Yeah, the Aquanaut's still showing about the same as what it's still showing pretty strong.
Now this is what I wanted to ask you about here. So this is showing a new Aquanaut. You know, what would a new Aquanaut go for?
That one's new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what they go for new, or it's too high still?
And 40. Now that's. I mean, I
41. Look. Go with estimated 41 to 46. That's the range.
You can buy them 37 to 41.
Correct.
You know? That one's pretty high.
Correct. So I don't know what the deal is. Display offers. Let me see if I display the offers.
Well, I mean, that's some guy probably over in, over in another country that you'll never buy off of anyway, and so that's where I find the really high prices.
Right, and sometimes you have
these are the averages.
Those are the averages.
Yeah.
That's because you've got 10 guys at 50,000 that'll never ever sell them.
Well, let me put it this way. I have reason to expect Adrian's going to post a follow-up video. And I'll just leave it at that.
So check this out. Here's the Aquanauts.
Yeah, see, in the USA, they're 36 to 39, you know.
So Patek's gone down quite a bit.
What's gone down quite a bit?
Patek. From its top.
Well, yeah. Because I hate to say, but okay, even if the bubble doesn't burst, even if it doesn't deflate, there's only so far that even a bubble can go. There are limits, and at this point, I think we're kind of reaching the limits.
I think what you said the other day, Clive, I think is the exact truth. Until you can walk into a AD and buy the watches that you want to buy, it's never going to go back. It's never going to burst.
Right.
That's because you just can't go in and you can't buy anything. There's no steel sitting in an AD. You have to know them and you have to ask them to bring you something out.
Okay, now you see, all of the Rolexes that we looked at so far, none of them went down in value. This is the only one we've looked at that shows it a little less than before. And we know why the Batman is a little less before. Because it has a competitor with itself. The Jubilee Batman. So it threw in, as soon as that came out at Basel, the price of the other one went down
right.
$3,000. Well, so that had nothing to do with supply. That had to do with supply demand directly, not because of the watch market, but because another watch was introduced that they wanted over that one.
Yeah.
And that's reflective of this 6 month. It's reflective of the variation. The hype has switched to the other watch. It's switched to the Pepsi. There's two watches taking market share from this one watch now, a Pepsi and the Batman Jubilee.
They're ganging up on the Batman. That's not fair.
Right? It's exactly what's happening. So Rolex is splitting market share between those three bezels.
Okay, but let's look at it from this way. Rolex doesn't give a shit about secondhand values on the. Well, let me put it this way: that's not their primary focus. Of course, Rolex realizes that price appreciation on the secondary market is helping to fuel demand from ADs. But on the other hand, Rolex, if Rolex could release another 3 GMTs this year, as long as they will sell them all, they will do it. Or it doesn't, as long as they can sell them all and not hurt the overall standing of the brand or of that reference.
Well, and you still can't buy a newer Batman. You know, the Batman that are going for 12 right now are from 8 years ago. You know, they're older. Some of them don't have any papers. So, I mean, if you actually want a newer Batman, not a Batgirl, but a newer Batman, you still got to pay 15 for it.
Insane.
So, I mean, they've hit their peak, like you just said, Clivers. How big can a bubble get? You know, so it's hit its peak and it's maturing. Maybe that's a good way to say it. It's maturing a little bit. The market's maturing.
Stabilizing.
Yeah.
Because they can't, like I said, they can't go infinitely. I mean, you know, it's not like Archie'd be able to go up to someone 5 years from now with this Polar Explorer and say, trade you for your house.
Hey, you know what, Sue? Last time we were on here, I saw that you asked about a particular watch, but we didn't see the question. If you want to pose the question about that watch again, I'd be happy to answer it.
I don't think that's a real female. I think that's someone making fun of my steak making practices.
Oh, okay.
It's actually SOUSVIDE. Yes.
We do have a lot of female subscribers, just so you guys know, in case you ever thought about it and were wondering if you ever wondered, and you might want to consider what you're typing and not typing in the chat box, just so you know, because I get it every day. It tells me who's subscribing of the people who allow themselves to be seen, and something must have happened on the YouTube recommendation list, because for about 2 weeks there was about a dozen women subscribing every single day, and then it stopped. So I'm not sure where it came from exactly. It's kind of odd.
That's probably Garbage Fire changing your avatar to stalk me every
yeah.
other.
Some of them were a little crazy looking, but a lot of them were cool, right, Bud?
I don't know. I'm not sure that was all real. I don't know what the deal was with that.
Okay.
And then Hotzi just arrived after sous vide left. So
no, I figured they're here to see Victor. Howdy.
Archie, Don, and Mark are female subs.
Sous vide is insulted, Mr. Wrangler. You arrogant SOB.
I was trying to think of work Breitling into the, but never mind. I'm just too tired. Too long. I had a divorce case take all day, so.
I kind of had a rough day today too. This has kind of became a loose stream. To be honest, I had a really tight mindset on this, but I had to go think and work all day, and I'm kind of pooped.
Oh yeah.
But okay. So when we look at these Rolex graphs per watch, but we also, complement the charting with our own personal watch knowledge. For example, here's the Batman presented in front of you, and we know the situation revolving around the Batman is such that it had to share market share with the new GMTs, and that's the reason why there's that's so we can explain this chart here.
Well, why does it say up there purchase price $10,129?
That's how much I bought mine for. That's the retail plus tax. Okay, so on all these watches, I put in MSRP plus tax.
Okay. I only ever was successful getting one watch on Chrono and selling it, and that was the Grand Seiko. and it just happened to be a very popular Grand Seiko. But I've submitted a couple watches, and them take forever to get back. And by the time they come back and they approve it a month later, I've already sold them. So I don't really like Chrono.
Oh, I got you.
You know what I mean?
It doesn't happen quick enough for you.
Takes them a month or 3 weeks to turn around and approve you. Yeah.
You know, for somebody like me who takes an hour to a year to decide to sell a watch, a year to list it, and a year to sell it, it would probably be perfect for me.
Well, that's why I was asking you: is there a time valuation on when these watches sell? Because yeah, you would love that, and for me, once I decide, I usually just wind up doing it.
That's not a bad idea. Who said? Why don't you start a watch channel, Hatsi? I bet that would be a hit.
Wine. Oh my God! Wine, women, and watches. There you go. You're welcome.
Winos.
No, wine, women, and watches.
So what else? What else? So I think I think the fear is kind of put aside us now. I don't think we need to worry about this whole Rolex, the value of our watches. I don't know how close to MSRP you guys are on yours, but I got some pretty good cushion built into mine.
Well, if I would have not panicked last month, I probably wouldn't have sold the three that I sold. But either way, you got to move on. You can't worry about it too much.
So when I look at some of my watch values, it's pretty interesting to see that it shows my Doxa is at face value. And I guess the average Universal Geneve is going for about that price, maybe. I guess it depends on what you're looking at, quality, color, but that's what it came up with, the average Universal Geneve, which is about what I paid for mine. And then it's showing the listings for the Calatravas, which that looks fair, 16.6 for box and paver Calatrava, you know? The Daytona, that's a little high because I put in brand new, unworn. So I wanted to see what the price was. Brand new, unworn.
Howdy from Texas just said. Cartier.
That's what I was laughing about.
So
Honestly, I almost think we could just do just a live stream channel. We don't say anything and we just watch them.
Yeah, just read the comments.
All right. Oh, by the way, Rich, did you get that link to Zebra Corner I sent you?
yeah, probably. Hotzi, I don't know nothing about watches either, you know. So
Yeah, Hotzi, it's really just about getting on and bullshitting.
and
Well, no, it's about the journey, though. And okay, I have to admit this. I almost think Crafty Luxury has a brilliant idea of basically starting from nothing and looking at everything.
Right.
it's funny. I think Hotzi said one time, "Why do you guys watch Archie?" And then Bud replied and said, "Because he's the pontiff and we are his sheep."
Sous Vide just said these classless men would never buy a watch for their women. They probably buy flowers at Safeway.
Okay, number
Are you
one.
sure that's not a woman? Because that sounds like something a woman would say.
Let me address that. Number one, it's Homeland now. Number two, yeah, okay, fair enough.
Well, you go from the time you're like 16 to 30, ordering flowers and paying high dollar for them. By the time you hit a certain age, you're just like, yeah, Safeway is a good rose. That's the way I felt about it too. So I agree, Sue.
The only thing that came up here that showed a price decline was the sub dates on the bluesy, which that's not the same bluesy that I have, but that's just your standard bluesy.
It's called sous vide. It's called bang per buck.
And then these Daytonas here.
The Hulk is still punching strong.
Yeah, they're all still punching pretty strong, my man. You know, but hey, if you're looking to buy a watch, I think the heat's off, and there might be a little. I don't think you have to worry about running after a watch because the price is running away from you now, like before. That was the problem. I bought half a dozen watches in the last year because the prices were running away from me, and I didn't want to get caught out of the without a couple of these watches that I wanted really bad, like the Daytona. That one specifically. This one specifically, I paid $14,700 for mine.
I'm gonna step away from the laptop here for just a second. Pardon me, guys.
Go ahead.
There's the 1 year on it. So I bought mine right around this time here. I mean, I bought it for much lower than this. So yeah. Any watches you guys want to look up, or we're good?
I would be interested.
What women's watches she wants to look up?
I was gonna say I'd be interested to know what Sous Vide has or likes or wants to see.
So what else we got here?
But I was telling you about the Jaeger LeCoultre, the blue. I don't know. Somebody showed some interest in that when I said that. I think it was in something. Let's see here. They know exactly what I was talking about, but it's a limited blue Polaris. And I told you I almost bought it the other day, but yeah, and something knew what it was.
So here's a fair assessment of the Rolex Daytonas. $18,000. That's what I'm seeing up here, right, guys? 17,950. That's what I'm seeing.
Some of them are still really high too. Like there's one there for 32.
I mean, are they going to take an offer at 17,950? What do you think you can really get this for? 17? 16,500? What do you think realistically?
16.
You think $2,000 off?
Well, there's some that's at 17 there. I think the guy's at 17.6 right there. I think he might take 16.5.
I think 16.5 they would probably go because there's an awful lot of them at the same price. I don't know if they would budge on it. They're not going to budge much on a Daytona.
Yeah, I mean,
They'd rather have it sit there for another month.
These guys that have new old stock that are 32, they're not, they're going to probably wind up keeping them because they're not selling them cheap.
They're going to keep those, and you know what they're going to do? They're going to get $50,000 for those at auction.
Right. They'll put them back in the bank for a while longer.
They'll get their money at auction. Hey, let me bring up another topic for you. When you ship your watches, what happens if it gets lost? Any of you guys ship watches? What happens if your watch gets lost?
Shipping a watch is the most stressful thing that you can do.
I want to know what your situation is if that happens. Do you know?
No, I usually
because I kind of know. I did some research, and I want to know what you guys think or know compared to what I found out.
I insure them for as much as I can, and then
From who?
Well, look, guys, there's only one reliable and safe way to ship a watch, especially international. That is Archie's anus.
Mm-hmm.
and there's plenty of room.
The Howdy,
That's
Howdy.
why-
If you're talking about the Daytona Howdy, it was probably no box and no papers. That kills the price. 16.8. Let me see if I can find that one he was talking about. I mean, do you use FedEx, UPS?
Yeah, I use FedEx.
Okay, so let me give you the dibs on FedEx. Oh, here's the one. He's saying 16,800. Oh, you know what? That's a good one, Howdy. That's because it's a private seller,
Mhm.
and he's taking a little bit of a cut on it because doesn't
He
want to
wants
sell
to
it to a dealer.
He wants to sell it. Yeah.
He wants to sell it. Let me share that one. Let me share that one real quick, Mr. Howdy.
Howdy from Texas said FedEx myself. I don't know, Howdy. Shouldn't you like get an airline ticket instead?
So this is a great watch. I paid, but I got mine before the jump. I would pay 16.8 again for this watch. So it's a couple of thousand more than what I
It's
paid.
reserved. It's reserved right away. If you see.
Yeah, I mean, it's got box and papers, mint condition, stickers. Yeah, that's a great Daytona, and that's a solid price right there. They're definitely not any lower than what this guy's selling them for. If you're
No,
going to
it's just-
negotiate with any of those dealers, like you said, Bud, you're going to get it for 16.8, 16.5, like this price, right, Bud?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, guys. No, when we're talking about FedEx, not Feds X.
Oh, that changes everything. Okay, so here's the deal with FedEx, bro. When you're sending it FedEx, don't even spend $5 to insure it. Save that for some fast food.
Why is that?
Because they're not going to cover your loss, and you're wasting that money. Because FedEx
Really?
doesn't cover jewelry or watches. Up to $1,000 is all they'll cover.
Somebody else told me that, so I'm never gonna sell a watch again that
So
way. So
it's
that's-
100%. So here's the deal with shipping watches. There is no carrier that will give you insurance, and there's no way to insure a watch that you're shipping. It's impossible. If you come up with any ideas, I'll shoot them down, because it's impossible to ship a watch and insure it, because nobody is going to underwrite an insurance policy for one day for your watch for one time for one shipment. It's not something that exists.
well, that's really
That makes sense though, right?
yeah, but it doesn't make me feel good. Now I have to sell to
It,
people
it,
that's right here on top of
it,
me.
it might make sense if they charge you $500 to ship it, or $1,000 to ship it. Then it could be a lucrative business for somebody to do. But are you going to spend $500 or $1,000 to ship a $10,000 watch? Maybe.
Yeah,
But
I've spent $200 to ship a watch, thinking that I'm getting insurance.
so that's the situation. So here's the other situation. Here's the other situation. If you have a business,
Mm-hmm.
and you can use a business account to open up an account. You need to open up a commercial account with a specific type of insurer that will ship jewelry, and they're out there. I found them. They're the same companies that Roman would use, Paul Thorpe would use, any of those guys would use, because how do they do it? They use
So
these
when
special companies, but these companies won't do anything for you or me because we're individuals selling one watch. And we have no history, we have no credit worthiness for them. We're not gonna. They won't do it for us.
Everyone is saying Parcel Pro on the live stream comments.
Yeah, Parcel Pro.
So when Frederico sends me a label,
Uh-huh.
and I put it on my box and I send it back to him, there's no insurance on there?
When he's sending you the watch, you don't want to
No.
send it. You don't want to send him the watch. You need to use his call tag to get that watch to him, so it's covered under his policy.
Yeah, well, that's what it is. I always have them send me a invoice and then
Uh-huh.
and then a sticker, and I use their sticker.
Right. Who said Parcel Pro?
Several people.
Yeah.
Okay.
McKinley Stevens.
So check it out, bud. So Parcel Pro is, I opened an account with them today.
Okay.
So I got a hold of them last week. But you can't open an account unless you have. Well, I don't know. You have to have your own business, and so I had to happen. I had to complete an application, provide my existing shipping account numbers that I have with my existing carriers. I had to provide my corporate my company tax ID. I had to provide references.
Does it have to be a jewelry business or any business?
You know, man. When they called me after they took my application, they just were straight, very simple about what they asked me, and I just was very simple answer back. They said, "What are you shipping?" I said, "Watches." They said, "Okay." I just answered their questions, yes and no. Do you need to ship anything today? I said, no. You know, they might think I'm some big shipper or something. And so I just, they said, okay, your account's set up. We're going to email you your account information, your account number. And I have all that now. So now I can ship a freaking watch when I sell one to somebody, and mine's going to be insured.
So N something says that they are actually part of FedEx and that they are used for small jewelers.
They're a UPS company.
Yeah.
And they said they will use, I can use UPS or FedEx through them, but UPS is cheaper because they're a UPS company. But you know, like I said, you have to have a business. They're gonna check it out. They're gonna, you know. So I used my business email, my business address, all my business contacts, legitimately. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't sure if I was gonna get an account because I'm not in the business of jewelry. Like, what the hell? I got the account.
By the way, can you guys, if anybody listens normally, can you hear if I sound better than what I usually do?
You do. You sound a lot better.
Okay.
No, FedEx doesn't, brother. I went to FedEx. I called my account people there. I don't think so. Not that I know of. You know, at least not that I know of. But
that's interesting. Thanks, Howdy. Thanks, Blue. That's interesting, and it scares me because I've sent a couple of things FedEx.
right.
Thankfully, they went through.
Well, you know, I put the sub up for sale, and then the next thing I said to myself is, well, if somebody actually wants it, what am I going to do?
Right.
I said, let me go to the next step as though somebody says, send it to me. And so the next step for me was contacting the carrier to make sure I protect my asset.
Right.
You know, because I mean, fuck, if it comes out lost, you know, I mean, I'd have to give the person their money back, and I'm going to have to make a claim. I'm not going to, you know, I'm going to do whatever is appropriate. But if I have it properly insured, I don't need to worry.
Well, it's funny because I got a little bit of a story. So I sold a watch to Frederico, right? Or no, yeah, I've sold a couple to him, but the first one I sold him was the Hulk, and it was the very first time I thought about selling the Hulk. And I dropped the package off at the UPS. I got home and I panicked and wished I wouldn't have did it. So I drove all the way back. It was like Saturday night. and I got into the UPS before it closed, and there was one guy there, and I said, I accidentally sent the wrong thing. I need to get my box, and I know he's not supposed to do it.
No.
And it's a small town, and he basically just said, I said, oh, there's the
Oh,
box.
no. It's okay. It's a private carrier, dude. They do that shit at the post office, though.
Is it? Okay. Well, he gave me the box back, but then the box had already been scanned as being sent. So I got the watch back. I put it in my thing. Frederico calls me freaking out, saying, "Oh my God, the box shows that it was scanned at your local store, and it's not there. Nobody knows where it's at." And I said, "No, I got it back." And he was so relieved that I got it back. So it makes me wonder whether or not he had it insured, or not.
Yeah,
Because
I would always ask, man,
yeah,
because you're gonna end up getting the short end of that stick if that shit's not insured.
right.
He ain't gonna be your friend in that situation.
Yep, all of you guys. That's the thing. So yeah,
Always
if that
make
would have.
sure and somebody was telling me, man, don't worry about insuring it. It's scanned, everything's barcoded. I said, bro, no, you're crazy. You're out of your mind. That thing could just bounce right out of the truck into
Bounce out of the truck,
into someone else's trunk.
or some guy driving and
Please
having a
mark
bad
Yusuf
day.
out of this.
What'd you say, Clive?
I wonder what happened to Victor.
Please mark Yusuf out of this. Sorry, the joke is he's always buying Pateks out of car trunks. He's Russian.
Oh. Let me see here. What does it say here? So if I need any watch alligator or crocodile watch straps, I might have to enlist your guys' help for you to buy the straps and send them to me.
Yeah, that better get done pretty soon too, from what I understand.
The first of the year, the straps are gone.
And don't you think there'll always be somebody on there selling them? But okay, so I think Sue Vide answered the question as to what we would want, what she wants to see, and she put up an Omega watch here with a long reference.
Are we being trolled?
We might be being trolled.
No, I think that's a modern reference Speedmaster. If I'm thinking right.
I was going to say Clive might know the reference.
Hey guys, I'm not like Tim Massa.
Those damn Omega reference numbers are.
Well,
Howdy from
bad.
Texas.
It's not Grand Seiko bad, but it's bad.
The reference numbers?
Yes.
The hell's 220.10? What is it? 220.10?
I'm
Oh,
doing
I got it. .10.
Omega Seamaster Aquaterra Automatic Diamond Ladies. Oh, okay, that's attractive.
Sue might be a valid person, huh?
Yep.
Let me see if I can find it. Oh, this is it here. I found it on Prestige Time.
Yeah, it's not bad. So it's basically a ladies 38 Aquaterra.
That's pretty. That's
blue.
That's big for a ladies, ain't it?
38?
Yeah.
No, women like large watches.
I mean, that's just recently, right? The last 5 years or so.
I would say 38's the smallest the lady would want to ever go. I'm pretty sure.
Maybe nowadays. I think for the longest time it was 29.
Or 31.
31. Yeah.
I like I like diamonds. I like diamond dials where they are replacing the hour markers,
Yeah, that's
and
pretty. That's nice
I
subtle.
like the fact that the date is centered in the 6 o'clock, and it's not taking away any of the positions or where the diamonds are set on the left or the right. It's perfect.
What? Well, the thing is, though, when they had Elena and Zoe and Watchfinder, it seemed like they had a little bit of a ladies' perspective, of course, them both being females, but there wasn't any extensive discussion, I don't think, about ladies' pieces.
Well, if I was single, I'd be discussing ladies' pieces more than normal. I probably would have ladies guests instead of you guys.
No, I don't think lady. Never mind.
But I still love you.
Okay.
Hey, this Omega really looks like a Rolex.
I was kind of thinking the same thing. It does have a similarity in a couple of points. Where's ID guy when you need him?
Yeah, exactly. If you covered up the dial, it would it screams Rolex all around it. Smooth bezel, the smooth center links. Just the crown kind of gives it away. That's the only thing. Other than that, it looks like a Rolex. You know, I like the hands. I'm not sure if they're they look like they're super Luminova. Yeah.
So Sue also says that she would wear that on her boat. So Sue isn't the ordinary gal, and you'd have to admit that, Sue.
That's
You
a
got
great boat watch. Hey, you know, for you gotta recognize something here too, though. Omega is a great ladies brand. It really is. Yeah, you know what? I like it more for a ladies watch than a Rolex, because I was just gonna say you're touching Rolex all over the place for $5,000 at ladies watches, 38 at this range. There's a lot of watches you can look at for this price. This is a good pick. And I can see this on a boat. I can see this on a boat. I wonder how much they have, if they have the same watch here at Watchfinder. Wow, they have some great Omegas here for the price. I love the Constellation. I'm a sucker for the Constellation. Oh, that's a small, very small watch. I don't know why these are small.
It's 7 o'clock.
Sort by high to low. I'm a sucker for the Constellation. I think these watches are. I wish the resale wasn't dirt on the men's Constellation. I would have never returned mine. But
I actually saw a woman wearing a Rolex.
I'm not a fan of the chunky Rolexes on a lady. Do you guys see that, or you don't see it? I mean, like, you know, sometimes you see women wearing
I think
Submariners. I don't think a Submariner looks like a lady's watch at all.
I think it just depends on the woman and her personality. I mean,
Do you see a
um,
Submariner being worn by any lady ever? A Submariner date? A sub
yeah, I
date?
guess I could see
Well,
anything. Just
He does
depending
like
on.
what
Speedy.
about what about a maxi case? A sub date maxi, super case maxi dial. You see what I
Yeah,
mean? It you know. I don't know, man. What about an AP offshore? No.
no,
Oh my God, no.
no, that's a man's watch. That's like the man's watch.
Thank you.
They are. I mean, offshore is. I couldn't wear one because they're too big for me. But
I
I
don't know
mean,
if you
they're.
put a white strap on an offshore. A
It's funny
woman.
you say that. I like the summertime one with the white strap. Yeah, but they're big.
Okay, I'm trying to get down to the Omega $5,000 mark, and I'm edging my way down there.
Well, like I said, but Hotsy likes to wear. She likes the Speedy, and that's a 42 millimeter watch.
Speedy's pretty thin though, isn't it?
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
Because manual lines, huh? So it's pretty thin, huh?
So see, I could see a woman wearing
Ooh, look at
the
that
yacht
purple one. I like that
the
purple one.
Yachtmaster because it's thin.
Well, and then something says a lady can wear whatever she wants. Yeah.
No, that's not true. I can't wear any of these, and neither can you. That's like wearing a dress. I mean, you guys just said, oh, a lady can't wear an AP offshore, Royal Oak offshore. Maybe, maybe not. I don't. I mean, can a guy wear any of these? There is some differentiation. There are watches that certainly go both ways. Absolutely. Okay, what about I got a curious
Oh, yeah.
one. I got a curious one for any of the ladies out there. Please, this is a really good question. How about this? Uh, how about there's no way. I don't even know. I've never even thought about it. What about like a Patek Calatrava? Is that a men's watch? My Calatrava, is that a men's watch? Oh
No,
no.
it's totally for chicks.
I mean, I like
It's for small men.
I like this. Wow, look at that. And look at the diamond set, how they're set. Wow, that's beautiful.
I just don't shop for women's watches very often. My wife's got a couple of nice ones. She don't ever wear them,
Hey, look,
so
this is
I'm never buying her another one.
that's pretty beautiful right here.
Now we have someone claiming to be Chip Wong's boyfriend. Now, if that's crappy, then that's some good trolling.
Oh, Omega's got one of these, or it's not Omega, it's WatchMax. Has one of these sites that once you look at a watch, throws you out.
Yep.
Okay, so I won't click on a watch this time. I'll just zoom in. Go back down to the $5,000 mark. Now I'm curious. Let's see here. So here's about the level, $5,000. Oh, and these are very similar to the one we were just looking at, like this one here. Seamaster Aquaterra woman's watch right here. So that's basically the same kind of thing. Yeah, that's the
that's
same
pretty.
one. That's the same watch. It's a different dial, right?
And like I said, the only beef I have with the Aquaterra is, for God's sake, take off Seamaster and put on Aquaterra on the dial.
I like that darker one to the right there.
And boy, man, how did that happen? There we go. Anyway, did it again.
And that's one thing that will not hold its value is a woman's Rolex watch. Well, I guess some of them do.
You have to buy it already at a bashed down price to sell it at the same price, huh?
Yeah, you got to get a good discount.
Unless, of course, you're angling for a Daytona.
That's what I was going to say a second ago. Clyve is the only woman's Daytona that I think a man could wear is the rainbow Daytona.
That's a woman's Daytona, you're saying?
In my opinion, yeah, but
Man,
I mean,
I'd kill for a rainbow Daytona, bro.
if Mark Wahlberg can wear it, and
I'd wear a rainbow Daytona all day long.
David Beckham can wear it, then I guess any man can wear it.
And I'd wear a rainbow Daytona, and if you forced me to wear it with a pink strap, I'd wear it with the pink strap. That's how badass I think that watch is.
Yeah, I like the GMT. I like the GMTs with the diamonds and sapphires, but
Now, producer Justin Bailey's thing is John Mayer and producer Michael have rainbows.
yeah, well, that's what I mean.
Producer Michael has one, really?
Well, that's what Justin's telling us.
Yeah, producer Michael. Actually, producer
Man.
Michael was offered.
Congratulations to that guy. That's a beautiful watch.
Listen to this. Producer Michael was at that guy, the pawn shop guy that he goes to. And that guy had a white Daytona rainbow and a gold Daytona rainbow, and he offered them to him for $80,000 a piece. And they go for like $200,000 a piece, and he didn't buy them.
Oh, I remember that. You think those were real?
Oh yeah, I think they were real. Yeah, I don't think that guy would screw my. I mean, the guy kind of seems like a little bit of a harem scarum, but yeah, I don't think he'd sell them to producer Michael and they not
On
be real.
Camera.
Not on camera anyway.
Well, those watches are definitely gone by now.
Yeah, they're definitely gone by now.
Hey, man, if I was
Bailey says they were aftermarket bezels.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, they had to have been, right, buddy? Because those watches wouldn't be sitting there. They're $300,000 watches, aren't they now?
Well, then I can buy the aftermarket bezel one for $40,000. The Everose aftermarket one for $40,000.
Hey, I don't know. That guy has some special watches in his safe. He could have very well had two rainbows. You never know.
Yep, he could have had two rainbows, and you would have somebody. And he said that they was. He said they're 100% real, but he said I got to move them. I can't keep them.
Yeah.
Well, yes, and that's well, of course, it's a pawn shop, and again, pawn shops when they first when a first piece comes, they default it comes out of pawn. They think they're jewelers. Then if it sits there long enough, then they start remembering. Oh, that's right, we're a pawn shop. We need to get the money for the loan back.
Right. We need to go.
That one's kind of cool looking too.
Chip Wong's boyfriend has a crush on Clyve here, so.
Oh, his boyfriend. Yeah, his boyfriend likes my voice.
Okay, so this is the one. These are the ones right here. These are the ones right here with the diamonds.
Now, if he was Crappy's boyfriend,
I like that dial.
What is that? You said that about Clyve, then I think we'd be in trouble.
I know probably people don't like this dial, but I think it's kind of cool. I don't know what it is.
It's not bad. Yeah.
I don't even know if Sue is still on here.
Okay. I love the constellations, but I'm very picky about the arrangement. And I like this one here on the left. This first one right there. I like that. That's cool. That's a good one for $5,000. That's a great looking watch. It's all steel. That's a great looking watch right there. You guys like that one?
Yeah, it's pretty.
That's very similar to my Constellation that I had. It's got the Romans on the bezel.
Right.
The Romans on the bezel.
I'll be right back, guys.
Okay.
Uh,
And it's steel. That would work on a yacht, and it would work evening. It's a versatile watch. That's a great looking watch, man. I like it. No gold, so it's not tacky. There's no gold, see? But there's diamonds. That's sweet.
and Jason's saying it's a little bit too dressy, but the Constellation is more of a dressy watch.
Any of you guys buy your wife one of these Constellations for Christmas and she love you long time? Hey, I like this one. I like this one more than the one Sue pulled up. Clyve. Except I would get it on a bracelet, so then I would have options.
That is nice. That's just a nice, clean, clean, classic look to it. Wait, the left or the right?
On the right.
Left one's not bad, but yeah, I think I like that one better.
I like the vertical lines. And it looks like there's an Applied Omega logo as well. I believe it looks like it's an Applied logo. Oh, I love these Constellations right here. These are hot. This one has diamonds all around. Look at all the diamonds around these ones. Ooh.
Yes, yeah, I agree with David R.
What's up, David?
90%, I think 90% of the guys in this room's wife wouldn't wear any of the watches we buy them.
Sound? What do you mean no sound? There should be sound.
What's up, guys?
What up, Victor?
Hey, Victor.
Hey, Bud. Hey, Clyde. Hey,
Hey, well, time for me to go.
what?
Time for me to go.
I don't know, Imad, because someone brought it up, and you know we're equal opportunists.
Welcome to the Women's Guild, Victor.
Why are we talking women's watches right now?
Yeah.
Definitely women's watches are bigger. Sorry, Clyde, cut you off.
Oh, that's right. Because
Just-
if they wanted us to talk about women's watches, then we don't see her on here anymore. So I think.
But who just texted? Oh, no.
I think
Ellen DeGeneres has some serious watches. Yeah, she does. She has a Paul Newman. She has a Nautilus, like a 3700 one.
I'll tell you what. I'll one of these days I'll announce a ladies live stream, and we'll do nothing but talk about ladies watches, and we'll see if we get any interest or not. And it might be some fun.
No way. Like, I haven't seen not one woman in this whole community.
I was telling the guys earlier. I got a lot of female subscribers. They don't talk in the chat. Except Hotsy is. I don't want to discount.
Yeah,
Man, I'm telling you. Ask Bud. I kept sending him little snapshots, going, look. You know, it's telling him all these chicks were subscribing because I kind of was like, what do you think's going on? You know.
Oh, Chip's boyfriend is funny. Crazy. Victor's here.
So my wife only likes large watches.
Likes what?
Large watches.
Well, okay.
That's it. And her watches never, like, none of the complications work. Only the time function works. I've grabbed her watches before and tried to stop the chronograph, and the fucking things don't work. You know? It's kind of funny.
Oh, I'm getting an Amber Alert. Hold on.
What the hell is she going to use the chronograph for?
Tree Dillinger.
Yeah, I got an Amber Alert from Victor. He's like, I'm backstage, help me.
It's because you ignore the backstage. Well, Bud was sitting there for like 10 minutes once. Or
you know what, they said that they're going to give us a little jingle, so that when someone joins, it'll give a little jingle, so we know you're back there. They're adding that.
It's a new platform, isn't it?
Yeah, it's brand new.
Tree Dillinger thinks that a lot of wives and girlfriends overhear all this bullshit. Tree, I would normally agree, but as soon as my wife hears that I'm talking about watches, she runs as far as she can. She wants no parts of this conversation.
But is your wife like sick of it, or what? I would.
She has a couple of nice watches. She just, they're my whole family's my kids, my wife. They all, they know.
Ooh.
They like just don't because you talk about it so much, or they just don't care.
Just because they're not really into it, but yeah, they just don't really care if I show up with a new watch. Nobody even says anything.
Yeah, my friends who are not into watches, like I'll try to bring up something, like my close ones, because most people, acquaintances, I don't say anything because they'll think, when you go say I got a new Rolex, they think you're bragging or something. But my close ones, I collect. They're sick of it. They're just like, we don't want to hear it. Like,
right, exactly. They don't even pay it. They see it on your hand. They don't even bring it up because they know you're going to talk about it.
It's funny. My son.
Who's Chip Wonk's boyfriend? I have to go. Chip wants me in the bedroom. Bye.
My son will just flip. When he wants to be into the watches with me, he'll be into them and he'll go. But then when he doesn't, he'll be completely against it. Like he'll be like, enough with the watches.
Yeah, my family doesn't want to. They're like, just talk about anything but watches. You don't even realize it.
Oh shit!
It is
funny. Well, look, there's over 60 people joining us right now, so we're all addicts. That's a lot. That's a big number, huh, bud?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah. I think we're usually somewhere around 45.
The other day we had like 79 people watching.
There's some people in here that I haven't seen before.
Okay, here's some more of these. Okay, now check these out. Some of these don't look like they're just women's watches even. They're listed here as women's watches. Hey, bud, this one's nice, man.
They're probably small.
Look at that. That's pretty good.
That looks like the female Nautilus. It has the same indices and the same dial.
It looks like the man's two-tone.
That's a great looking watch.
Aquaterra.
For a man, I think.
So what are you wearing tonight, Victor?
Yeah, I was about to say, let's do another wristwatch check.
I have not taken the jumbo off. It is still going strong.
Wait, so Rich Buddy, you're saying that Aquaterra is strong enough for a man but made for a woman?
There you go.
All right, so what is Bud wearing? Bud is wearing what am I missing? What is that? A Breitling?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Breitling. Okay, with the green strap, the green dial, but you can't tell that it's green.
That's beautiful. You can see the green. Look at the green. There you go.
Oh yeah, in the light you could see it. Yep.
Very, very rarely.
Rich is wearing the 30 dial sub. Okay, very nice.
With strap courtesy of Aaron from Combat Straps.
And I'm guessing Clyde is wearing the reissue.
Yep.
Well, when you buy a new watch and you haven't taken it off for a long time, you got like a big winner. So I'm wondering how long it's going to go. If it goes another week or two, I'm selling everything off and just keeping this watch.
You know why I can wear this watch right now? It's the holidays, and it's green, so I can wear it with red.
Oh
green,
yeah.
And it's
So are you planning to dress as an elf or what?
Huh? Yeah.
Are you planning to dress as an elf?
Oh yeah, it is. I like it. I like that watch.
Wow, that's beautiful.
I really liked it.
Hold on a second. Bam, that's beautiful. Look at that watch.
Let me see if I can get it straight because it's got a tachometer. See the red at the top of it?
Oh, there's red. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
On the second dial for the chronograph.
From 0 to 5, there's red.
Oh yeah.
It says tachometer.
Bro, that's a hot looking watch, brother. That's a hot looking watch. Like we talked about getting one Breitling. You got a good one Breitling, man. That's a good one Breitling right there.
Oh, hey, I just got a text from Bear Clooney with a picture.
Picture of what?
Oh, he's what picture would be sending me saying, "God, I love this watch."
The 859.
Yep.
Is that what you're wearing right now? Right?
The 806 1950.
You guys are Breitling brothers tonight.
Oh,
Yep. Along with Bud.
I need to get myself something.
Hey, did you guys see that new the new
No, you
Tesla
don't.
truck?
No, you do not. Enjoy your honeymoon with the Royal Oak as long as
That's true. I should. I do not want to buy another watch that's not offered to me for a while.
Yeah, I would keep that on for as long as you can.
Ellen's watches.
More than all my other watches. Like I just rub my fingers along the bracelet because it feels so. I don't know. The AP bracelet just feels a certain way.
Ellen has a lot of banging watches, man. Ellen DeGeneres.
Oh, Ellen, that dude's got great watches.
I'd like.
M Jewelers did a video of her watches too. He does like a video of like he rates celebrity collections. She has an amazing collection.
Yeah, she does.
Now, Jenny Yaxter, Captain Zed's prettier half, she's always had a kick-ass collection. I was kind of wondering how her collection's going.
Who?
Ooh.
Jenny Yaxter, a.k.a. Captain Zed's DW.
Oh, yeah. He put out a new video today or yesterday. I didn't see what it was, though.
I have a friend. She's actually a really pretty girl. She lives in California. She's into men's watches, and she wears like women are most of the time like Daytonas and stuff. She buys as many as I do, or if not more, and she has amazing watches. I need to get her on some of the streams, but I think she's probably pretty shy.
This was the one when you first come on. You was talking about. She's got like a Nautilus and everything.
Yeah. Yep. She's although she's pretty. I think if she like showed herself, people would be real. Well, no, people are nice to whatever. I don't know. You just put one girl in a room full of guys, and actually they start to behave. They either start to behave or they.
Or they all start whistling.
Yeah.
Well, I think the only girl that we've seen is Hottie, and Hutsy, and she's attractive. And
Who?
Hotsy.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think people behave around her though, because people are like, "Oh, there's a girl in here. Don't curse or something," or they get real vulgar.
Yeah, the vulgar guys. We got to kick them out, but it would be neat to have a few.
I think we have moderators. I haven't been paying attention, so I hope so.
Are you new here?
What?
Do men still want to play with women when they're out of
When they're what?
When they're out of Viagra? That's what Steve Kamash says.
What was that question? David was asking me, was the Big Ground Pointer Blue your favorite Oris based on Crappy stream? Hey, those watches, I forgot I did that stream with Crappy. Yeah, those ones that we were looking at were amazing looking. I thought they were great.
No, Crap.
Great.
See a picture of that vintage Oris with the pulsometer.
I
thought some of those watches we were looking at were great.
Rich, we did a live stream for like 2 hours that night, and then I woke up in the middle of the night and I couldn't fall asleep. And then I see like there's a live stream and it's you and Crappy, and it showed you all going for like 4 hours. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I know, man.
Rich has to have the longest stream. He must be in the Guinness Book of World Records. If they make one.
I mean,
man, I was faded, dude. I was stuck on my desk and I didn't want to move, and it was all good.
You were like downstairs in your garage sitting at your desk?
Yeah, just
because I like lay in bed and chill.
Okay. Now, I want to ask you a quick question. Me and Bear Clooney are having a little disagreement or a little discussion. Now, of course, and it was like he's like, well, hey, I sent him a picture of what Aaron's doing. I sent you one too. the almost final prototype, the distressed leather with patina stitching. And Barry's basically saying, well, why are you getting aftermarket strap? I'm like, because I really like Aaron's straps, number one. And I said, they kick the dog snot out of everything else. And he's like, well, and I have a problem with and Bear saying he has a problem with aftermarket straps unless the original one is trash, basically.
Both of you have a point. I mean, some people I tend to go with, I like all OEM. But some people, you know, especially when you start like Clyde, like you go into vintage. When you go into vintage, you can't get OEM, so you start resorting to aftermarket. Then you find real good quality, you know, stuff like that. So
Me, I'm into that custom thing. I think that's more
That's what
appealing. That's more appealing than OEM.
in your watch, Rich. And the thing is, though, Victor can come. I'm not Victor. Sorry, Aaron can come up with better straps and better color coordination and more originality than the watchmakers do in their straps.
and you've had them before, so you know the quality's good. So.
Oh God, yes.
Yeah. And Rich, you like the quality too?
It's stunning. It's like I got this from Hermes or something, you know?
Yeah, I ordered one, but we talked about it. But it never, I was just gonna, cause I order so many straps, but then I always stick with the OEM. So, but that's me. Maybe someday I'll diversify a bit. Oh, wow. What is it? It says he has his name stamped in there. Wow.
Where? Who? What? Where? When?
Look at Rich's video. It shows Aaron Bespoke. It has his name stamped on the inside.
Yeah.
Bespoke brand.
On the inside. Yeah.
Montreal.
I'd like to get into that business. That's a cool business.
And, you know, the beautiful integration. Beautiful integration.
He sent me pictures of like these, because I was looking at like a color of a red or a color of a blue. He showed me these pictures of like these crocodile skins that he has. Wow, they're stunning, the colors that he has.
Yeah. Yeah, he does a great job. And the material's great quality material.
Yeah. I'm actually, I mean, this is going to sound ridiculous, but I'm ordering strap from AP for my jumbo, just, I mean, half because I can and I want the option, even though, you know, putting a strap on an AP, it doesn't make sense because of the bracelets, you know, most of the beauty. But I think at some point I'll want to preserve the bracelet. So I want to have like an OEM strap on it as well.
If you're going to have him make a strap for a Submariner with a glide lock clasp,
yeah,
just give him an added reminder note and just tell him just a little reminder to say, hey, could you please make sure that it's thin enough to go in between the clasp, like it does on mine, but I could see where I got lucky. I didn't ask for that. I think I got lucky. And I can still go in and adjust it. It sits inside. You see that?
I see it, but it probably gives you some wear on it, which is probably
yeah, you know, that's probably true. But I'm not, you know, yeah.
But that's okay. Watches aren't meant to last forever.
But is it gonna, you know, rip it through? I hope not. We'll see what happens. But yeah.
Yeah, that is a beautiful, beautiful watch.
Well, the strap costs $275.
That's fair. That's a good price.
So I think that's fair, yeah, because
It's a handmade, highest quality.
Okay. Let me say this again. This is the best endorsement I can think of. Okay, my Parmigiani Fleurier Calpa Hebdomadaire came on an Hermes strap.
Oh, wow.
And the strap that Aaron came up with stomps the dog crap out of it in every possible way.
Yeah, and they're about the same price.
That's impressive. I have Hermes straps on my Apple Watch. They're impeccable quality. They're like amazing. So they're better. That is a testament to it.
Oh
Victor, they're talking about what I wipe my ass with.
Yeah, Oris, and someone saying no.
Dollar bills.
No, pages out of Protect Dealer Manual.
I think I'm giving off. I think I'm very misunderstood in these forums.
Yeah, it really does work on that bluesy. It really does. I mean, I wanted a crazy. Well, I wanted to have one crazy watch, kind of after I saw Michael the producer, I think, and so this was my one crazy watch.
But that's a good one. Archie's right about the bluesy being the most flashy Rolex of all, equal to the full solid yellow gold version with the blue dial. I think equal to, even though it's got the steel accents or gold accents, but they're both like.
I think it brings more attention to the gold.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah. Yep. So, I mean, I think if I had one watch, a bluesy would be a good one. Well, if I had two, you get one subtle watch and one.
Yeah, it's too hard to. If you can't wear it, it's not a dress down watch.
You can't wear it to like work. I wouldn't wear it,
especially with this strap. It's pretty selective when I can wear it now.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't care if I wasn't in work. I wouldn't care. I don't care what other people think. So, but if I'm in work, I do.
By the way, Victor, are you eating?
No, that's not me.
Okay, you understand.
I'm just kidding. It is me.
Mr. Wonderful likes red rubber straps. Yeah, I like Mr. Wonderful's watch collection and the straps.
Mr. Wonderful is the gentleman who turned me on to Rubber B. I love the Rubber B straps.
Yeah, he promotes them and he says he does it for free.
Yeah, well, they literally come and they make them for his wrist, don't they? They make them for the watch and the wrist, or no?
No, because they're all. He says that he buys them and he doesn't get them for free or anything. But he has them on all of his watches except the Nautilus.
At the very least, he's getting them for free.
Yeah, I think so too. That's why I have to wonder. Who's gone? Who got kicked off? Clyve.
Yeah.
No,
wait, John says I do the same thing with vintage guns, razors, etc.
Nice vintage guns. Wow, nice. That's
Wait,
nice.
What is the same thing?
Collecting.
Oh,
I believe. I love guns too.
I collect pens, shoes, and watches.
I'm guns and watches, but I just don't want to go over my gun collection really ever. So maybe one day.
How expensive are guns? Like a good gun that somebody would collect?
Oh, an old rifle, 5 to 20,000.
Holy shit! So it's the same as the watches.
Yeah, old handguns. Really good old handguns. 2 to 4,000.
Paddock and
not as
pussy
much.
For me.
Not as much, but
Paddock and pussy.
Paddock and pussy, but I've only been able to get one of each. So
yeah, I know. So there's an Aquanaut and there's a wife in there.
That's right.
Which pens, Vic? Mont Blanc, mostly, and a few others that are, like I'll have one of a few other brands, but I have like 10 Mont Blancs. I used to have more. I sold some off, and my dad stole some from me. Not stole, but acquired them when I kind of stopped collecting. But I probably have about 100 pairs of shoes.
Do you have some Yeezys?
I do too. Yep.
You do have Yeezys?
Yeah, they're super comfortable. I actually wear them to the gym. They're the most comfortable shoes I have, probably. Yeah,
really.
I have a Pelican Steve. Yeah, they're super comfortable. I don't like the way they look because they're real chunky. And, like those chunky dad shoes are in. I'm not into that, but they're the closest thing I have to it. And they're super comfortable and they're not expensive. Like they're $200, which mean, I guess depends.
Somebody told me the Yeezys was like $1,000 a pair. No.
No way. I mean, for the hot ones, if you're paying aftermarket, because what happens is all these kids create bots, and they get in like, they do like the first 300. They'll make a limited run.
Okay.
200
Yes.
pairs, and the kids create bots, and then they get them and they resell them.
Are these shoes you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, they dip them into colors and different colors, and then they sell them and stuff. Yeah.
I'm going to keep the Yeezys. No, the Yeezys. I don't baby any of my shoes for the most part. No, they're Jay Sykes. I'm not a hype beast. I get none of the shoes I buy are like. I'm not that kind of a collector. I'm not like I don't get the collector's versions of shoes. I just, like having cool.
I went and bought one really nice pair of shoes, that I knew would last me forever, and I basically went to a couple of nice places and looked, and I said, hey, I've other than dress shoes, Florsheim and hard dress shoes.
Ferragamo, they will last forever.
That's what I bought. That's the one shoe I bought. I spent $700-800 on a pair of drivers.
Yeah, I have Ferragamos that I've had for well over 10 years, and they look like they look brand new, and
I keep them in their bags, and I wore them today when I went to a client lunch, and I just wear them once in a while. That's it, because I don't go out much anymore. So now I can
wear them all the time. You can wear them the same way as almost like a watch. You can wear them. They'll get refurbished by a shoemaker.
I got you. Well, in that case, they're mint. You know what I'm saying? I've only put them on a dozen times. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
it's okay. I don't need to. I don't need to wear them around the house.
I have to break them in because they kill my feet if I don't break them in. So
Ferragamos.
No, any nice shoes. Like I have
Why?
Two nice pairs of Louis Vuitton, a nice pair of Gucci, but I break them in, but I keep them in good shape though.
I have fairly wide feet, so you can get like for Ferragamo, I know you can get they come in wide, so they're super.
Is that right?
Door, yeah, like you'll see the size, it'll say 10E. EE means double wide or means wide. E means regular.
Yeah, see, my feet's almost as wide as they're long. So.
Oh my God, you have short feet.
I got short feet and I got real thick feet. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure they make them. I'm sure they make them wide. I don't know how wide they make them, but
Chip Wong and Chip Wong's boyfriend are having this conversation.
Are they the same person? Bruno Mali, shoes are blood resistant. Chippy, you're here. You were wonderful last night. Well, I want them on the show. Can we have them both on the show?
Yeah.
Send them both a link. Hugo, enough. You were like going crazy all of a sudden.
So, do you guys visit your watch dealers often? How often do you go?
Once a week.
Oh wow. I go about once every 2 weeks, I would say.
Yeah, no, I go in there once a week, and there's
once a week.
Yeah.
I think I go in once every like 2 weeks, and I would say that's a lot. So once a week, nobody once a week has to be done. I think.
All right, so let's make this clear then. So to the rest of the world, because people from all over the world watch. Then
I would say
from California,
good.
I'm in California. You're in Georgia, Bud's in Colorado, and there's no steel Rolex anywhere in our windows when we go to our dealers. There's no steel Rolex.
What the fuck is
at all
around?
So
yeah, there are not. That's nothing. My dog, Chip Wong. He's a little pig. Sometimes I think I get him confused with a mini pig. Yeah, but I think the right amount to go is once a month. I think anything more than that is good. There's never too much, as long as you have like a good relationship and they don't feel,
I just like to walk in there and I stroll through to look at everything,
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm gonna start videoing one watch when I go in there. Like, hey, you guys don't have nothing better to do. Why don't you help me video a watch? How about that?
Well, see, here's the thing.
You know what I'm saying?
Here's the way. I think it depends on how they take you, because both both ADs immediately got me a watch, right? The one stopped getting me stopped getting me more after the first watch
Oh, why?
because I stopped in every week. The second one started getting me one about once a month because he enjoys me stopping in every week.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
One actually didn't. You think that they stopped getting you watches because of?
Well, yeah, I think that they were skeptical that, in other words, even during, for no reason, I'd stop in there and just say hi. And they're a smaller store. They only have a couple of brands, and they're in the mall. And the other store is in a bigger mall. They've got 10 brands, and they've got their own Rolex, their own Rolex side. So I think it just depends on the store and the size of the town that you're in.
That's interesting.
And if you make an instant connection with one of the guys and you become kind of friends, which I did with the one guy, I think that makes a big difference.
Yeah.
I think Clyve probably fell asleep and he had just bam fell off. He does that because it's 2 hours ahead for him.
Yeah, but he also has the shittiest internet known to man, or his router, I think.
So use when was used the last times you got a watch from you as ADs?
When was used? I got offered a root beer the other day.
I picked up the Yachtmaster last week.
Oh yeah, you got a Yachtmaster. I mean,
Okay.
I get Jumbo.
That's not really though hard to get watch though, is it? That one?
It's not sitting there in the it's not.
Yeah.
Sitting
Okay.
There.
So what was the last watch you got that was like a hard to get one from them? I forgot.
The Batgirl was about 5 weeks ago.
5 weeks ago. Okay. And then what did you get from them before? Do you remember?
Oh god. Well, I did get the offer for the Yachtmaster 42, which, by the way, I had 2 or 3 people told me to turn that down, and it sold. They sold it the same day, so they told
everything.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're dialed in to your.
Yeah, like I told you the other night, he feels now like he sold me this new Yachtmaster because he feels like now when I text him that I want something, he feels like he has to get me something, regardless of what it is. So he gave me the option of the stainless steel Yachtmaster, the Sky Dweller, this two-tone Sky Dweller with the black or the.
My dog's killing me. Ow! Ow!
It's like the black or the champagne dial, which, not that those are hard to get, but they're not sitting in there.
Ow!
They're not sitting in there. You want us to call the paramedics, Victor?
Red rum. No, my dog. Sometimes he gets these bursts of energy and he just goes nuts. And I don't want to like yell at him not to, because I kind of enjoy it, but sometimes, like if I'm live streaming, it's like, get off.
And you just got your Rolex Daytona from yours.
Me? Oh yeah, I got my Daytona, but I've been pressuring them with the Panda. I know it sounds greedy, but
no, but I just talking about what you guys got. So you just got a new Batman, and you just got a new Panda, and I just got a new ceramic black dial Daytona. No, you didn't get a Panda.
No, I didn't get a Panda.
You and I both got a black dial Daytona, and Bud got a Batman. So we're all plugged in with our ADs right now.
Yeah, we three are. Yes, I think that's rare, but also we've been collecting for a while, and we've got quite a few watches, all three of us. So some people, you have to have the means to buy 10 watches or have a collection of, I think, Bud, you have tons of watches. Rich, you have 12 watches.
Where's Longshoreman from?
What?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You have to have the means to buy all these watches to be plugged in. So how many people, even like these watch collectors, how many are willing to spend $100,000 on watches? I doubt very few. And that's like minimum to really be. I think 100,000 is the mark where you start getting
Oh, I never thought about that.
Maybe not
That's
100, but close. I would say 70 and up or something.
I never thought about that. Do you think
Well, then
the dollar
I'm at
value?
100. I'm at 100 easy.
Yeah,
So
the
I'll say
dollar
this much.
value you've spent at the AD
Well,
is
there's two
hit
ADs
that
here.
mark.
No, it's interesting. There's two ADs here in Atlanta. There's one that's more corporate. It's a big one called Mayors. They're now part of Watches of Switzerland. They go strictly by that number, how much you spent. So that makes it more egalitarian in a way that it's more predictable and fair, but it also makes it less egalitarian in that, you know, the rich are favored or the people who spend the most are favored. So I don't know. In a way, with the other one, it's like they play favorites. You know, it's their mood. So sometimes that can bode well for some people and others not so much.
Yeah.
All right, people, good night. Who's leaving? NS something. Good night, S something.
Good night and something.
Yeah, I think it's good to also go in at different times at the AD. Different. It's good to go into your AD several times and to go in and talk to different people, not just the one person. Do you guys experience that as well, or you try to stick to the same guy?
I'm like friends with everyone there. I come in, I say hello to everyone. I'm like become friendly with every single person there.
So not just one of them has gotten me a watch, is what I'm saying.
Oh,
It's
wow.
like, yeah, like one of them got me this one of them got me another one. I'm not saying like at the same time. I'm just saying that I'm being helped by more than one rep there.
That's good and bad because that means you don't have one direct salesperson. Oh well, no, you had one and then they left, right, Rich?
Well, yeah, but she was kind of out of nowhere. The guy that's helping me right now is the one who sold me my Batman a few years ago, but he didn't sell me my Daytona. That was Irene, and now Irene's gone. So I mean, you know,
I think that's a good thing. I think that you have.
look. I walked in one day, and Irene was there. I never really knew who she was. I gave her my card. Oh, you're a customer, okay. And then, what are you looking for? Are you looking for anything? Yeah, I take anything. And that was my meeting with her, right? Not my regular guy. And then next thing you know, she's calling me, and then I get a Daytona.
Wow.
So that was no relationship with her, you know.
I've got one salesman, but I also make it a point to make sure that they get the manager over, who's a lady, and I make sure that I talk to her before I leave every day. Or when I buy, I make sure that I talk to her.
Congratulations, Longshoreman. He got a Pepsi last week, so there's someone else who's dialed in.
There you
And
go.
Longshoreman. So was wanting to know where he's at to get, and he got that Pepsi. He's either going to
He's
be.
from-
Oh wait,
from
GMT
Canada.
Master says I'm waiting to pick up a Pepsi here in Toronto. Also, damn.
He's
Wait,
from
what up,
Canada,
GMT Master? What's up, brother? How are you? I'm waiting
So
to.
how long ago did you get your Panda, Bud?
I didn't get the Panda though from the AD. I bought that on this.
Okay.
But that was like 6 months ago now, I think.
Okay, but it was secondary. Okay.
It was secondary. Yeah, I traded it. I had another Batman. I traded that.
Steve, you know what's interesting is my AD does not carry used watches. However, once in a blue moon, they have a used watch sale from all the trade-ins they took from people who traded up. And you got to be really keen on getting there when, you know, you got to really be in touch with the sales rep to make sure they call you when that sale comes up. And the last time they did, he called me and said, "Hey, Richard, there's a whole bunch of Universal Geneve, some good ones, some pull routers, some watches you're gonna want." And I was just like, I just bought 3-4 watches, so I didn't even go. I didn't want to go because I was gonna hook myself for more. And he goes, "And you know your credit's good on these watches as well, so you don't even need to bring any money with you. You know, come on."
You know, I'll say this. I think I have a good relationship with my AD because I have a watch club here in Atlanta, and I host the club at the AD, which brings them a lot of business. So I think that.
Oh yeah, that's a great thing.
Yeah, so I think if somebody wants to get in good, you just start a watch club because if you start it, you control it, then, you know, they need to go through you. And that's, you know, you have a pool, an email list and a pool of the collectors in your region. That's
Uh-huh.
very valuable to them. So they want to keep you on their good side, because let's say you talk shit about the AD, that's 50 to 100 people you're going to turn off to them. Or if you say good things, that's 50 to 100 people going to turn on to them. So that helps.
The fact that we all talk about how hard it is to get a Rolex really pumps the brand up for its scarcity and its its brand. What's funny is reflecting back on Irene at my AD and why I may have gotten that Daytona. I mean, sure, I've got a history with them, whatever, but did they lay her off because she's not producing numbers? And so, was it her turn? They threw a Daytona in her lap, and she made some phone calls to some people. She couldn't get rid of it. Bam, she called. I was on a list.
Come on, she couldn't get rid of the Daytona.
I mean, maybe she wasn't that good of a sales girl. She didn't have
tell
people to call.
No, this is
why she not there anymore.
I'll tell you why. Because she gave it to you without any strings attached. Right now, they're doing. The salespeople are saying, "Well, you got to buy the $60,000 watch to get the Daytona." So those people are the ones who are smart for themselves, not good for us, though. Because I fall into that too many times.
Here's kind of my deal.
A couple of grand.
My deal is I will be there for you when you need to sell a watch, as long as you keep getting me the watches that that I like, and the watch that I need to buy from you that you need to sell is something like the Yachtmaster that I like, that is not super hard to get, but it's still it's steel, and it's something that I could easily if I didn't want it, I could get rid of it.
Did you pay retail for the Yachtmaster?
No, I actually got a discount on that. It's still with the tax and everything. It wound up being a couple bucks off of MSRP, but still, that's better. That's the first time, I think, other than the Breitling, that I've gotten a discount in there.
I'm really happy he got my favorite Yachtmaster as well too, the rhodium dial, platinum bezel.
People love the rhodium. I've heard people love the blue dial. People love the chocolate two-tone.
It's I think it's a very underappreciated watch. I think it's it's thin. I mean, somebody said it was like an updated version of the sub gone wrong, and it does look like a sub, but I think it looks more like a GMT. But
I think it's a Daytona case.
Yes, and that's the thing. It fits like the Daytona. It fits very snug, very good up against your wrist because it's got that thinner case.
I love the Yachtmaster and Oyster Flex, the 40 millimeter rose gold. I love that watch.
I'm with you, buddy. I'm loving the rubber straps.
I love that watch. Is so beautiful, and I don't know why it's not a hit, because it's always in the case. But that watch is gorgeous.
You're talking about the rose gold, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. With the matte dial that's unique to itself, because I don't see that kind of a dial on any other watch.
It's on the Sea Dweller, and it's on a few others, but yeah, it is rare. But the matte ceramic bezel, that's what's rare, and that's what looks kick-ass. That matte bezel, it's beautiful. The Sea Dweller 43 has a matte dial too, which I like. But wait, GMT said, I was waiting for a Batman, and they called and offered me a chance to take that or the Pepsi, but they needed a 25% deposit with deliver in 3 months. That's a great thing. I hope he's saying that in a good way. You should be pleased to give a deposit for a hot watch.
I can't wait to put the new Batman and the new Pepsi together with both the Jubilees, just side by side, and just look at them. That's one of my things. I want to have both of them.
CB says, Victor, do you still love your steel PP, or Jumbo is ruining it for you? Well, I have 2 steel ones. No, I have 3 steel ones.
I'm going to say he's talking about the Nautilus. Yeah.
Okay, well, yes, I love my Nautilus more than anything in the world. I love it so much that it's that I'm like terrified of it. I scratch up my Jumbo. The thing is, with the Nautilus, it was a little bit different than the Jumbo. I had to pay $100,000, not for the watch, but $100,000 out the door that day, because I had to buy another watch in conjunction with it, Plus, the value of the watch is expensive. I paid so much for it. I treat it very differently than I treat the Jumbo. Is 25 or 27, whatever with tax. So I'm less afraid of the Jumbo. The Nautilus is like, I almost like putting that aside for my retirement, but I do love it. It is perfect. And once I get a second Nautilus, depending on which one I get, one of them I'm gonna wear the shit out of it, and one of them I'm gonna keep very pristine. So the Jumbo didn't ruin it for me, but the Jumbo definitely allowed me to feel more comfortable putting that one. Very similar. So in the quality, in the feel, in the sporty, elegant dress watch type genre. So, and it's making me love steel. I used to like gold more than steel, but I like this watch more in steel, both the Nautilus and the Jumbo. Yeah, it's a beautiful, the Yachtmaster 42.
So 26,000 MSRP.
Yeah, but you can get it for like 20. It's selling at a discount on secondary market.
So this is what I had to question myself when I had initially put a deposit on the Patek Aquanaut. Is that
So,
do you buy this, or do you buy an all gold Rolex, or do you buy a steel Aquanaut for the same price?
so you guys both love this, right?
Yeah.
Why don't you like the 42 white gold?
Well, because it's 42, first of all, so it's a little big, and it's white gold and a gloss dial. So it makes it look like a sub on a rubber strap, and it's expensive. So I would rather have a colored gold on a watch like that, because it's not over the top colored gold. It's just,
Right.
it's coming out from behind the bezel.
Yeah, actually, if you see it from different angles, you can't tell the white from the rose. That's how soft it is,
Yeah, and the matte dial I love. It's almost so different that like I would refuse the 42 in white and get the 40 in rose.
Here's the white one.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad watch, but
It's
for
beautiful.
that much money, it is beautiful. For that much money, I would prefer the rose.
Yeah, I prefer the rose. There's a reason why on the rose for me. Number one, first and foremost, I know you've probably seen this in person, but the ever rose gold. You see the richness in that gold, in their rose gold on Rolex's rose gold. It's beautiful. It's
I've seen that in the store.
But there's a better scenario. The one that I have, the Daytona on the Oyster Flex. That's the winner chicken dinner.
Yeah, sure. And then I love this, like Victor does. I love this bezel, this unique bezel here too. This,
and I'll tell you, here's my theory about why the Yachtmaster is not so popular. The regular one is because normally the bezel is the same. It's normally a metal. It's the same color metal as the actual bezel. You see how the bezel is gold and the insert is black matte ceramic. On the other ones, like the one that you have, Bud, the bezel and the insert are the same color, and it makes the bezel look too big, in my opinion.
Right.
And then the numbers tend to be too big also. But
it makes it look bulky.
Yeah, it makes it look bulky and chunky and too big, especially when you compare it to, a standard sub or GMT bezel. Then there's that one, which the bezel is rose gold, but the insert is different color. And then the numbers, which are chunky also, are muted because they're the same color as the bezel. So if for some reason it just works, and I love it.
Yeah, and Chip Wong is saying the rose gold Yachtmaster is underrated. Chip, I think all of the Yachtmasters are underrated.
Well, they're next to catch up. I mean, what happened? All the sports models went, so now the Datejust 41 is an allocated model. The Yachtmaster is going to be the next. But the price is more expensive.
I just got one.
It's what,
yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing is it's 11.8. So at that price point, you get into two-tone. So, and there's a lot of people liking two-tone nowadays. So
it's $3,500 more than a regular GMT.
Check this out. This
That's
watch
the
is incredible.
that's the only Yachtmaster 2 that I would even think about
This one
wearing.
is incredible, and the
I know.
fact that it's the bezel is all monocolor. You can't see that Yachtmaster 2. The way it is, it's subtle. That's gorgeous.
Don't you think that looks an awful lot like the one that I just bought though with the
Man, that watch that's a Grail watch right there, baby. That's beautiful.
you like
Is that gold or is it all steel?
It's all white gold.
That's all white gold.
Oh, that's like a $49,000 watch.
That's
think
beautiful.
I think it's 36.
Really? For all
I
solid
mean, I
gold?
think it's discontinued for one, right, Rich?
I don't know.
I know
that the
the
webs-
Sea Dweller is super expensive because it's big, tons of gold, and complicated. And so is that one. It's very big, tons of gold, and that's a very complicated watch.
Man, I'm going to be honest. That Yachtmaster 2 written in the bottom, the way this watch looks makes this watch.
And the white gold through Rolex is more expensive than yellow gold.
I like that one.
Yep.
I don't know about Ever
Rose,
but
Rose is the same as white, right?
Is it?
Yeah. Because they're just yellow gold with, palladium and other ingredients. Hotsy loved your Yachtmaster, but
Thank you, Hotsy. I haven't been able to get no love for it tonight, so I appreciate that. I do. It's one of the watches that I've really had a hard time taking it off. Just because I think it's a lot of bang for its buck. It's just, and I think it's manly looking too, honestly.
yeah. Chip Wong says drug dealers love the Yachtmaster too. And the solid gold sub. Although I could agree with that, but I'm considering the solid gold sub at some point. I need one, fuck off watch.
You like the black or the blue?
Oh, the blue. I'm not a fan of yellow, gold, and black.
The yellow, gold, and black has been in the store a couple of times this year, but the blue is a little bit harder to find. I'm still waiting for the green sub, yellow gold sub to come out.
Green. Oh, a yellow gold with a green dial.
Yeah.
Well, that's the GMT. You could get a pre-owned one. Those are still selling for below retail, and it's a green dial.
They're still pretty high though right now. They have to be worn pretty well to get below the 30 range. Believe it or not.
I've seen them around 29, 30. Yep. But all the other green dial watches are over retail.
Right, that's true.
I was offered, that Sea Dweller, that two-tone one, the new one, that one right there, that's sitting in one of the ADs here. It's not a hot watch.
That's about 18 or 19, right? Plus tax.
Probably. I never asked the price, but I was trying it on for fit to see if I wanted the regular Sea Dweller. But they had it in the case. And then I was offered the root beer, and listen what happened. The craziest thing happened. So I just got back from my vacation. I went straight to the AD where I was hosting my club meeting, my watch club meeting, and there were new members who showed up. So, of course I'm being like, oh, hey, trying to be nice and, just host the club and make it, good so more people would come. And the very next morning I get a text from my AD saying, hey, we have a root beer. You want it? Come pick it up. And so I drove over to the AD to go pick up and pay for the root beer. And right behind me comes one of the new members of the club. So I'm like, oh, hey, what are you doing here? He's like, oh, I got a call for the root beer. I was like, well, so did I. And he's like, yeah. And then they said, yeah, it was the first come, first serve thing. Everybody called all their clients. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, make it like a, dog eat dog situation. So he's sitting there like right behind me, it was so uncomfortable because I know he wanted it and I didn't want to get a reputation for being like, undercutting someone and being like, oh, I drove 40 minutes to go get the watch and Victor just grabbed it from underneath me. So I gave it to him. So kind of sucks, but
I would have had to say first come, first serve, bro. I'm sorry.
I know I felt, but it's if it wasn't like my watch club and if I wasn't like hosting, so I did, I was like, I felt bad and I was trying to decide and then I was like, Dude says
like
be a man and stomp on him like AC3 would. Man, did you hear what AC3 did? And I do not want to be anything
that.
like
You like
AC3.
that? You like that watch? That's so pretty. Man, look at that. I'm gonna pause it right there. Right there. Look at where's it at?
The green dial? Yeah.
Man, that's so hot.
Yep, I love that.
I like baguettes more than the regular or the ones like on your 30 dial. Those are clean also.
Man, that's a beautiful president. Green dial 30. Love it.
Yeah.
What were you saying now about what's happening?
Chipwalk says, Vic, what did Fatso do? I was saying, did you guys hear what AC3 said on his last stream where I asked him, I said, what have you done, like, you know, like to fuck someone over? And he said,
Yeah.
God, it literally like, and then like the way the guy was so nice to him and said, hey, I feel so bad using your grocery money. And he goes, fuck off, fucker, I stole it for 10. Like the way he said it, I was like,
I don't believe him.
really evil. I believe him.
You think so?
I mean, yeah. And then I asked him, and he goes, yeah, my man. But yeah, I believe him because he goes, I had brass balls back then. Now I would never do it. But that takes a certain kind of person who lacks a moral compass. We all know that he lacks a moral compass, but I mean, that's like, I was kind of like, you know, and I was thinking, I was like, we all give him money for, or giving this man money. I mean, he's entertaining and all, but man, that's evil.
It's odd. Even an evil person can provide some people benefit, huh?
Well, yeah. I mean, I always compare him to like Lindsay Lohan because when Lindsay Lohan was like, she's a train wreck, and people liked watching people be a train wreck. And I think Archie's like a train wreck. You know, people like pitying him. That's why he's always pretending to be poor because he knows that's what's getting him money.
I was always rooting for Lindsay Lohan to get back on track.
she's back on track, I think.
Is she?
I don't know. I don't keep up. I think so. I haven't heard.
It's too bad she's like the same age as me, so it's took her 20 years to get back going again. But
what's the root beer under? I can't find the damn thing.
GMT.
Yeah, it's a GMT. It's
professional.
Yeah, professional. You go professional and then you click GMT.
Boy, their website's so difficult.
If you see a root beer in person, you would have a very hard time passing it up. It's just another version of the Pepsi, another version of the of the GMTs, the Batman.
Man, I did pass it up, but you know what? I'm lucky I did because I wouldn't have known that I was going to have a Daytona instead, and I wouldn't have gotten the Daytona.
And you think so? I do wonder that.
Lucky.
Do you think, Rich? Do you think if you said yes to that root beer, you would have said they wouldn't have offered you the Daytona?
No, of course not. I got that call. I got that in lieu of it a couple 20 minutes later. Yeah, she called me back and said, "What about a Daytona if you don't want the root beer?" And I said, "Absolutely."
Oh, okay, yeah. Then you struck gold.
So I got lucky. But where is that at then? It's in here. I don't see the. Here it is.
You know, when I felt bad because I wanted it, and it is a beautiful watch, and
it's not a bad price for 14,000.
You know, but my thought was, you know, they're not, you know, I'll get another one at some point. It's not.
I don't need this one
because
I have Batman.
The premium on a root beer is only $16,000, so it's only a $2,000 premium, and that's not if you don't include the tax. So I mean, it's not like they're unattainable, but they're a nice watch.
I do like getting it from the AD, having my name on it, being the first owner. So I mean, yeah, it's probably better that I.
Yeah, I'll wait. I'm gonna wait for it, but yeah, I know what you mean. I'm gonna wait for it, especially now that they print your name on the cards as opposed to signing them.
Just Horology just got a root beer. Cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of people getting these pieces now. Not just the root beer, but I mean everything's coming.
Well, okay, so this is something to say about the root beer. The root beer was part of the non-allocated watches. Everybody was called because it didn't go to the list. It went to the case, and then everyone's allowed to call. So that just says, and so did the Sea Dweller also. So some of these watches just go without lists.
Well, and if the Sea Dweller and the root beer's in the case, I'm going to take the root beer, you know? So.
Yeah, they had the Sea Dweller and the root beer, but I wanted both. But the Sea Dweller had sold by the time I got there, and the root beer I gave away.
You talk about the yellow gold Sea Dweller, the yellow gold.
No, the steel one.
Oh,
the yellow one was at a different AD that was in the case.
So did you want the red Sea Dweller, or
the red line? They called me and said they had both, and by the time I got there, the Sea Dweller had sold, and that's when I was about to buy the root beer when the other guy walked in and told me that he wanted it, that he came to pick it up also.
Have you tried the red line on?
I have not tried the red line on, but I recently tried the two-tone one on to get a feel for the size and the fit. And
how big is that two-tone?
It's the same as the regular red line.
Oh, is it? So it's 43? Okay.
Yeah, and I liked it as an oversized, not as like it's a big watch, no doubt, but the 44 is so much thicker and bigger. It was too big.
Right.
43 was thinner and a little.
Yeah, I could make the red line get by. I could do it. Yeah.
Yeah. But I think those aren't selling for too much more than over retail too. I believe maybe like
no, you can buy them right at retail, if not just a little bit under right now.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
They went down a little. I mean, they're still hard, but some people's gotten them.
But are you still in the market for an AP?
Oh yes, yeah. I've actually found the AP that I love. I mean, you've seen the ones that I wanted, and you told me to lower my.
Well, you're asking for like ones that don't exist anymore.
Right. So there's the blue 38 millimeter chrono, and you know.
Oh, you want in steel?
It's steel, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, if I can get a yellow gold one, believe me, I would love that. But I think I've lowered my expectation.
I'll talk to you off of stream about that one maybe.
Okay. Yeah.
There's okay, so I thought you were totally about gold.
I am totally about gold, but I also love the steel one. So I mean, it's I'm not below either one of them.
Yeah.
I would take either one of them. But I know how hard it is. But yeah, I can talk to you off stream about that. And for you guys who's already pre-made a notion about Vic is the nicest guy in the world. I've screwed him around twice on coming there to see an AP, and he has just been super nice about it. So whatever you got to say about Vic is wrong, because he's a very nice guy.
Well, thank you, Clyve. I appreciate that.
Not somebody here is talking about the Blue Sky Dweller. I've just put the Blue Sky Dweller out of my mind because I've never ever seen one.
They're so hard. They're harder to get than a Daytona. I was told by the AD they get like one a year.
Yeah. I don't plan on ever.
I personally like the black faced Sky Dweller, and it looks amazing on a black strap.
I like the cream face Sky Dweller. I don't know if you've seen that, the off-white.
The cream, is that on the rose gold?
No, it's on. Yeah, I thought it was on the white and I thought it was on the white gold and the steel, but it might just be on the white gold. But if it's not on the steel, then I do like the white dial Sky Dweller on the steel as well.
Well, but do you still have your rose gold one?
Oh yeah.
If you have a solid rose gold version of any watch, there's no reason to look further.
You think so? I mean, the Sky Dweller is a phenomenal watch. It's still my favorite watch.
Yeah, it's a good one. He's got a good one. He doesn't need another one.
I mean, I can feel that, because with Daytonas, I have a gold Daytona and a steel one, and I still want more of them. So right. But other than the Daytona, I would never get, if I had a solid gold sub I wouldn't need any other one. But if it's your favorite watch, then yeah, I guess.
See that one that you got on screen there? That's
Come on,
that's
man.
amazing
That's
to me.
so
Yeah.
sick. That's so much. Not to me.
That's beautiful.
Contrast. It's so perfect. Forget the blue. I don't like the blue one. I think it sucks.
I like the blue, but I'm not like, I think the
And
blue
then,
is like $10,000.
and the coolest thing about this one is you throw it on a black strap. Man, look at that now.
I think the strap. I think it looks weird. I think the lugs. I think it's such a big watch, and the strap is thin. I think the proportions. I think it doesn't taper enough. The strap should come out a little more. I mean, that's just me though.
Yeah, I love the black one. This is a watch that I anticipate I would get one day. This is something I would
That's not hard. That's not
totally
that hard to
this.
get, Rich. You should ask for it.
I would totally
Yeah.
get this watch. It's
The black or the
beautiful.
white. The black or the white you can get, Rich. The blue one's impossible, but the other ones you can get.
Yeah, I love this watch. It's amazing, and it's the most complicated sports watch from Rolex as well. So it's an annual calendar, right?
Oh,
Yep.
Angie has a good question. Do you think the Patek Tiffany dials will skyrocket in price? I do. I think
I do.
they're go through the roof now.
And this is the
Yep.
one that you have, Bud, or right? Or you have rose gold?
No, he has rose gold. He has the better one, the best one.
Okay. So in solid gold, these watches are amazing. This is an amazing watch right here. That's beautiful. Whether it's in rose gold or yellow, it's beautiful. Right here, gorgeous.
The day that I bought the rose gold one, I almost bought the yellow gold just because I was thinking if I want a F off piece, I want it to really,
Yeah.
See that? I like that. I like
But
that.
a solid rose gold Sky Dweller is still an F off.
Yeah,
It is.
it is.
They're both equally F off pieces.
Yeah, it's an F off piece. Yeah, but this one's beautiful that Rich is bringing up too with the leather, the black, and
I like that contrast because it goes black, white, black, white. Because
anybody that really knows Sky Dwellers knows that the one with the white ring, the black dial with the white ring, is on the white gold. Because
This one here.
Yeah,
This is white gold.
I like this contrast.
You can't get the steel. You can't get the steel with the black dial with the white ring.
The white ring.
It has to be white gold.
So this, yeah, it's a black ring when it's the steel.
But I like it with but is it only, and the gold only has Arabics, is that right? No, see, yeah, that one's
But I like the black ring more.
You like the Arab? No, I like the white ring more, but I don't like Arabics that much when they go in an upside down direction, like
this. See, this is the gold one.
Oh, but that one doesn't look bad.
They both look great. They both look good.
Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah. So the gold one that's interesting that they do that with the ring.
Oh, GMT Match makes a good point. The Sky Dweller is not classed as a sports model. That is correct. It is classed as a, what is it? It's in the classical. I think it's in the classic.
Yeah, it's classical. Yep.
It's interesting.
Yep, they have it as a classical look.
Although I don't get, because they're the same movements that are in the Datejust, that are in the sports watches, the same water resistance. I think it's just marketing for how they categorize it. I think it has the same capabilities, except for the little functions like the.
Okay, so that's interesting too. So I think you might have just said this, Vic, but I didn't quite catch why you said it. So the steel.
That's Bud's watch.
Has the baton markers, and the gold is the numerals.
Oh yeah, but I love it. I love that. Does yours have Arabics or does yours have Romans?
Mine's Romans.
Roman looks amazing. I'm looking at it right now. That looks phenomenal because they're not too big. That looks phenomenal. I don't like Arabics that much, but I love the Romans. That's yours if you have the rhodium dial, right?
And I also had, I have in that watch right there, I have the chocolate dial, and I had the choice of that. They call that the sunburst. I think it was the.
This one here, Bud? Oh, but you have Romans. You got Romans, though.
Oh, no, I do got the Romans. You're right.
Yeah, the Romans are beautiful.
But I had the choice of the other
here
one
it is.
that just said he liked. And
that's beautiful.
But mine's a full bracelet. But yeah. But but yeah, I don't feel bad not getting the sunburst dial. I mean, I'm glad, I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
But the yellow gold with the sunburst yellow is pretty. I mean, they're all.
I think that watch in rose gold is much better than yellow. For some reason, I like it in rose better.
The new one, they have a rose. You would probably love it, Vic. They have a rose with a rhodium dial, and it's
Yeah,
pretty neat.
I've seen it, but they're $45,000 retail.
47, yeah. Pretty soon they'll be down to 42 or 3, but
At that price point, I would get the watch that I want, which is the meteorite dial with the baguette diamonds on the white gold president.
right.
That one's 45, but
Yeah, that's the thing, is there's so many options at that price point.
Oh, GMT says it's all about how the movements are cased. That's interesting.
They all look good. They're all nice.
Yeah, I like the blue. I just don't like it $10,000 more.
No, I wouldn't give 10,000 premium on it. No.
And that's what they do with AP. People pay over $10,000 just to get a blue dial, and the blue dial is like it's nice, but so I like the white dial on AP even more. The jumbo just doesn't come in a white.
Yeah, I would put my 10 grand away towards the second watch and then get the white dial.
Yeah, and I prefer the white dial even because you can see the tapisserie pattern better.
Oh, that looks pretty sharp. Yeah.
It's nice, but if you put that up against the black, you could take.
Oh, is that a blue dial?
Yeah.
On a rose gold, or no? That's a steel.
That's steel.
Yeah, that looks
Blue
pretty
dial
good.
and rose gold. I love that look. If that was rose gold.
Yeah, it looks good.
I don't think I've seen the rose gold with the blue dial.
No, they don't make it. I'm saying like if they did, that would look stunning.
Yeah,
that
it's a great looking watch.
That could be something coming out in Basel.
Yeah. Although I've heard some interesting rumors. I've learned to believe nothing, zero. My AD was, God, it was so fun. Oh, yeah, this is interesting. So the manager of the store, he was sitting there telling me about the root beer. He's like, yep, so they're going to discontinue it in about 2 years, and then they're going to come back out with it in 25 years. And he was talking about this as if he was like, affirmatively knew this. And I'm thinking like, God. Like,
they're going to discontinue the whole.
He said that they're going to discontinue the root beer. He didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. Like, he hears us collectors talking, and then he takes it as fact and then regurgitates it to other people as fact. So that's a problem. But I'm hearing it, and I'm like, you have no idea. Like, none of us know. Like, the rep doesn't know, so the rep can't tell you. So
the smart reps don't even try. They just tell you, "Oh, we have no idea."
Yeah. So I always find it funny when that he was telling me. GMT messages my AD and says sky is the rarest. Yes, they can tell you that because they know that. They know how often certain watches come in, but they don't know what Rolex is coming out with. So he's sitting there telling me like what their 25-year plan. I was like, oh, okay, all right. Nobody knows until the day of or day before maybe. You're sitting here telling me 25 years from now.
The only Sky Dweller that I've seen in the store is the yellow gold. I've never seen any other.
Oh, there's a rose. There's a rose in my. There's a yellow and a rose right now sitting in the case.
Is there?
What's
I've
up,
never
Patrick?
seen. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, with the rhodium dial.
Oh, see, they had a black dial. They had the yellow with the black dial, and I thought, boy, if that had that was after I sold and I had the money, I thought if that had the rhodium dial with the yellow gold, that would be tempting. But no, I'm on the AP, so.
Yeah, I cannot recommend. Although I have started with a really good watch, so
you started with the best one. Yeah.
So it's hard for me not to be like gung ho over the brand, but man, I really love when you compare it against a Patek. Okay, that's you're comparing apples and oranges, but when you compare it against a Rolex, not even close.
Compare what against the Rolex? The AP?
Yeah, different leagues. I mean, it's in the same league as Patek, but they're different. Like it's a Patek.
Look, the thing is, though, you're only going to have one AP, really.
No one needs more than one, I don't think.
It's Royal Oak, that's all. I mean, whatever variation of it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they make one good watch, Well, I like the offshore too. Like I like Clyver's watch. I like it a lot.
That's true. They make the offshore too. Yeah.
but you got to admit, Rolex has just the whole menu of watches to love.
Patek has the menu. Patek has everything from every style. Rolexes are more or less have a similar look.
You know, it also depends what camp you're in. I'm more of the sports watch camp, and
Yeah, well, me too.
Patek really isn't there.
Oh well, yeah. In the sports watch, yeah, it's only Nautilus or Aquanaut, but they do have but all their watches are hot. Royal Oak, AP just has Royal Oak. They do have 1159, all that stuff, but not that are any good.
And another thing too, I don't know, I gotta say, look, Bud likes Rolex the same reason I like Rolex. I think there's a lot of bling factor. They shine, they sparkle.
They're Rolex.
Patek doesn't bling like that. They don't sparkle and shine.
You know what does shine? You know what sparkles?
Your AP?
AP's sparkle shine more than anything in the world.
I bet.
I've got in America even, I've gotten more comments on this AP than I've gotten on all my watches. Like I thought it was just Dubai. People were commenting. I've gotten so many compliments on my AP because the bracelet just grabs the light, and I think it's recognizable. People who don't even know, they don't know the name Audemars Piguet, but they know it's an expensive watch. That's all they know. They're like, oh, that's a fancy, expensive watch.
And it sounds like a fancy, expensive watch. I mean,
yeah. Audemars Piguet.
Yeah, it's got. No, I'd love to have one, and I think with a AP, I would be okay with just the watch people knowing what it is. With the Aquanaut, I got frustrated by people not knowing what it was.
No one has ever, and it almost looks cheap. I'm not gonna say it looks. You got to really be a watch connoisseur to pick up on that, because on a rubber strap, or even not on the rubber strap, it looks like a regular watch, but it doesn't. There's I have the 5167, and it's not in the same league as the Jumbo. The Nautilus is in the same league.
Ahmad says Royal Oak is better quality than the Nautilus. What do you think?
I think they're comparable.
Because you got both.
Yeah, I think they're comparable, but also you have to understand my Nautilus is a more complicated version. I don't have the 5711 to compare. I have the 5712, so it is a better quality. Like the movement on the 12 is so beautiful with the micro rotor. I can't say that it's better. I think they're comparable. The Nautilus might be a little better, but it's like 95% to 100. But the bracelet, on the other hand, okay, so the bracelet is better on the AP. The movement is close, but better on the Nautilus. The case is better on the Nautilus. The dials are close, but I would probably say the Patek takes the dial, and the complications the Patek takes. But also, you're paying 4 times more, or whatever. Oh, Crappy's here.
Oh, Crappy, you had Chip Wong was waiting a long time for you to come.
Now, children, play nice.
No, I think Chip Wong's a fan, or was it Patrick Chip that's a fan of Crappy?
Patrick Chip is a fan.
Okay, yeah.
Chip Wong is Crappy's arch nemesis.
Oh, okay, my bad, Crappy.
Well, I mean, do you think so, Bud? Right, that's what attracts us to Rolex, is the bling factor that it gives.
I can't lie. I love that everybody knows what Rolex is. Yeah,
yeah, right.
It's a Rolex.
Okay. The bezels when they're rotating in a lit watch box, they look like sapphire, diamond, gemstones turning, and so when you have a bunch of Rolexes, they just look beautiful when they're turning in the watch box, man.
Well, when you've got a non-watch person, they can confidently look at you and say, "Hey, nice Rolex," even though they don't know what exactly it is. They know the look. They know that it's a Rolex. You know what I mean? They can just tell what a Rolex is just by looking at it, and I like that.
Vic is my courtroom adversary. So this is when at the end of the day, I think I'll consolidate down to 3 watches, and it'll be a Nautilus, my Jumbo, and a Daytona.
Nautilus, Jumbo, Daytona. So you'd have 3.
One
Would
of
you? Yeah,
Rolex
one of
Patek
each.
AP, and my favorite Rolex is a Daytona. My favorite Patek is a Nautilus, and my favorite AP is, well, my only, but I could see myself. It doesn't have to be the Jumbo, but I can't see myself ever getting rid of the Jumbo.
I just don't think for guys like us, a 3-watch rotation is possible. But
No, yeah. I mean, I could be a one watch guy, but it would have to be that, some of those watches that Tim also was showing from Dubai in the last few days. I could do that.
Oh, like $150,000 watch.
That FP Journe Tourbillon
Oh my God,
that he showed a couple of days ago.
that thing is millions of dollars.
That's the most beautiful watch
Yeah.
ever made in the world. I asked him how much it was. He said he thinks it was going to retail for 800,000.
Yeah, it sold at Only Watch for 2 million or 3 million. I can't remember what it was because they made the unique version for the auction. But yeah, now I guess they're putting it in production. They said they're gonna make 2 per year.
That's the most beautiful watch in the world.
It's up there for sure.
Yeah, FP Journe is really killing it. What about FP Journe, bud? When are you going to move to an FP Journe? What about you too? Yes.
I got to get through. I got to get through the other stuff that I want first, and but I do like them. It's just gonna be. It's gonna be a little while. It might be 4 or 5 years down the road before I get everything else that I want.
Same.
Yeah, I'm wondering if I'm going to consolidate a little bit. Is kind of what I might do in order to move to a little bit of different horology. I'm not going to lose all my Rolex, but I'm just thinking about doing a little bit of changing.
Yeah, you could consolidate.
Just this year, I've grown, I would say, exponentially because now I'm starting to like these Patek, the Calatravas and stuff. And if you'd have caught me earlier this year and asked me about a Calatrava, I would have told you it was an old man's watch. And I guess maybe now I'm becoming an old man.
Yeah, I think I think the older I get, the more I like those watches. Like I really want a datograph soon. That's what's
for me, the Zeetwork would be.
Bro, you have to try it on, but you really do. It's
I know. I got to try that on. Yeah, but
so big.
For me, that would be before the FP Journe, Rich. But I mean, I would have to try it on though.
Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna take my dog out real quick.
Yeah, but that's
it's a big watch, right?
I have to go there and take some video of it for sure.
It's probably too big for me, but
I'm really I am very happy with Rolex.
I am too. Yeah.
If Rolex keeps giving me, if they give me a Pepsi, I'm gonna take it.
Yep.
If they give me a Panda, call up and say we're gonna give you a Panda, I'll take it. I'll take pretty much if they call up with a Black Sky Dweller, I'll take it.
Yeah. I mean, there's plenty of things that I don't have in the Rolex brand that would keep me happy. So yeah, I mean, they've still got plenty of ways to go where they could call me probably every couple months for the next few years and come up with something that I don't have that I would like.
Yeah, so it's okay, and I mean it's okay, and it's not like you're throwing dollars away. That's the cool thing about the brand,
right?
Is
you're set for I mean, it's somebody I was watching today. Somebody was saying that on average a Rolex gets about increases 5% a year, and that's the non-popular models.
Yeah, because they increase the retail price average 5% a year.
Yeah. So, but they don't lose value. So their market value is 5% as well. So, which I don't know. We'll see how that goes over the next year or so. But
yeah. When I asked my AD about a Submariner, because I have the sub date, and I told him I was thinking about selling my sub date and replacing it with a Submariner. He said, "Oh, forget about it. It's easier to get a Daytona."
than the no date sub.
than any sub. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
my
I
AD
got.
gets multiple every shipment.
You think so?
They tell me, yeah, they're not.
I bought 3 subs this year, Rich, of different. I bought the regular sub. I bought the Red Sea Dweller, and what was the other one? I think it was the No Date. Yeah. So
They go into the case now at mine. They went into the case. They go quick from the case, but as people call, but they're not like a Daytona. I mean, the salespeople, you gotta take everything with a grain of salt.
yeah, whatever they need to sell is what they're gonna call you and sell you.
Yeah, and they're gonna tell you things that create a narrative around what they want to sell you.
That make you want what they're gonna have.
Yeah, and you say
I do think that they know about a day or two before they get them what they're gonna have.
yeah, that's true. That I know for sure. Yep, about
Because I get texts that say, "Hey, what do you think about this?" And then there's 2 or 3 watches in that hey, and then sure enough, one of them watches are available the next 2 days. You know, it's weird.
Yeah, no, the manager, the AD, he says we're expecting something really
Right.
this week and stuff like that.
Yep, that's exactly what I hear.
Hey, Rich, are you there?
Yeah.
Dog's he's next to my
I'm not gonna fall asleep right now. I'm good.
He just fell asleep, so it's gonna start getting loud in the next like 10 minutes. Don't fall asleep on us.
But I'm actually rolling a cigarette, so I'm concentrating.
Let me know when you can start hearing my dog.
Does he snore? Does he?
Man, you know what? I'm gonna be fired up to heck when they call me and say we got a Pepsi sitting here for you. I'm gonna be fired up beyond. You know,
that's the only watch that I've had to give a deposit is the new Batman. I gave $1,000 deposit for them to hang on to it till the next day.
I'll take that too.
Yeah.
But I told them they said you wouldn't want that one. They did bring that one up, and I said, I mean, not really because I already have that bezel. So I said definitely I would rather have the
Pepsi,
especially
since you put them on rubber B straps. You definitely want a Pepsi.
Yeah. I'm building a nice colorful collection. The colorful bezel,
but that's that's the problem is that, Rich, that the colorful ones are the ones that are the hardest ones to get. The green, the red and the blue, the black and the blue, But yeah, I like your collection.
Pelagos or
Bay as a beater, either one.
Yeah, they're both in the same price range, aren't they?
I think Black Bay is a little cheaper, but it goes for more. But yeah,
I think I'm just going to hang on to my Black Bay GMT because I don't think they're going to go crazy or anything, but I think they're going to be a collectible watch because I think Tudor's going to continue to I think they're going to continue to be.
I think Tudor's great.
Yeah, I like what they're doing.
Tudor's beautiful. They're a beautiful brand. Absolutely beautiful.
Good night, Longshoreman 66.
Good night. That's what Crappy should get. He should get a Tudor. That's exactly what.
Yeah, that is what he should get. Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Although, does anyone see? My AD has something in the case. They have the new Tudor P01, that crazy looking one with the.
Oh, do they got it?
Yeah, if anyone's interested, I think they might still have it. It's going for over retail, but it's in the case. But if someone wants it, let me know. If I can check tomorrow and see if they have it.
Did you try it on or no?
I did. It looks better on the wrist than in the pictures. It's not a bad watch, and for like $3,900, it's definitely not a bad watch. But I don't know for a minute, but it is a little. I like it because it is that funky. It is really funky, but it's still in the Rolex family. So that kind of appealed to me for just a second. But I don't know. I don't want to get watches that I already have enough watches I don't wear. I don't want to buy another watch that I'm not going to wear, or that, you know, is going to be overshadowed by some of these grail pieces that I've been so lucky to get. Like, you know, my jumbo. If I got that P01, I just could never see myself picking that over the jumbo on any particular day.
Well, that's the thing is I was gonna buy an LP 39 in the white dial just because I like them, but
The same thing. You shouldn't.
yeah, it's the same. I mean, I got the white Melgauss and I got the black
There's
Air
everything.
King.
Yeah, there's so many watches that will overshadow that.
Right.
West Virginia David, I'm with you. I tend to agree that Tudor is a bit boring. I find them to be somewhat boring. I don't think that they're bad watches. I think they're great watches, but they have that vintage-esque vibe. They're not blingy. They're more for the rugged.
Look, I could have gotten a Tudor for my beater watch, saltwater watch, instead of the Doxa, right, bud?
Yes, you could have. Yeah.
That would have been a good one, a
Howdy
good
from
beater.
Texas. Is that better?
Don't you think, Vic? Instead of my Doxa, the Tudor might have been a good. I like the Doxa, but it's different. I don't need to have all.
Are you talking about the Tudor P01?
But any Tudor would have been a nice saltwater ocean beater, right?
Yeah, but you got a sub. You have so many Rolexes. Tudor is for the person who doesn't have a Rolex, before they get a Rolex.
Yeah, that's why the Doxa is a little different.
Rolexes, I don't see the need for a Tudor. Not one of them makes sense to me if you have multiple Rolex watches. Maybe if you have one Rolex, one Tudor, fine, that makes sense. But once you already have two Rolexes, maybe three, no reason for a Tudor whatsoever.
Howdy from Texas. I think it's because I had to plug in. I was running out of battery and I had to plug in, so I think that's why. I think the plug is blocking my voice thing. So sorry about that.
Rich's Doxa is more interesting. Yeah, I agree. I think your Doxa is more interesting than a Tudor.
I never noticed a Doxa until Rich bought his, and I went to New York that same weekend, and I seen 3 people with Doxas on in New York, and it's a dive watch, which was pretty funny.
Rich,
Yeah, the cool thing about Doxa is you can't. Huh?
Do you have it next to you?
Yeah.
Can you put it on camera?
Yeah, the cool thing about the Doxa is that you can't get it at an AD. There are no ADs that carry the brand, so you have to order it directly from them or buy it secondhand.
Yeah, I would take that watch over a Tudor, especially considering your collection of Rolexes. Is that the same price range? It's around $3,000, right?
This was like, I think, 2,800.
Yeah, that's a good one.
They've got different variations of that too.
ETA 2498 movement.
Oh, there's an ETA. That's a diver though, right?
Which you'll find in different. You'll find in IWC and similar watches.
It's got a beads of rice. Let me see the bracelet. Okay. Kind of
stamped steel clasp. Yeah, stamped clasp. Dive extension. It's got an extension on it. Yeah, it actually does.
Beach watch, a good Mexico
a
watch.
wetsuit extension. See, like the. Yeah. No, it's great. It's a great beater. I can scratch it up, drag it in the sand. Play with the kids, take it camping. Yeah, by the campfire, not worry about it getting smoked out, anything like that, right?
And Vic, since we know now that you're a scuba diver, what do you wear diving?
He doesn't wear any of these. There's a good shot of it. That looks pretty good right there.
Maybe his dog put him to sleep. Did Vic, are you still there? Yeah, I think.
I'm sorry, my mic is muted. No, I'm here.
I
My
like
mic.
that Doxa. I think that's sharp.
I accidentally muted my
You
mic.
could wear that anywhere.
I was saying I wear my sub when I scuba dive, but I don't wear it for any practical purpose. I wear it just because I can. I think just for the novelty of it, because I have a dive computer with me. So, It's not like I dive pretty intensely. Like I'm pretty into it, so you know, I know exactly how much PSI I have. I don't need like a thing that has a bezel that tells me, you know, someone just got kicked off.
Yeah, I like the nice retro look of the Doxa.
Bud just got kicked off.
He'll have to rejoin.
Keep an eye out for him. But do you ever wear the Doxa? I've never seen you wear it.
Yeah, I wear it all the time.
Oh.
Absolutely.
Which watch of yours gets the most wrist time, would you say? The black ceramic?
Sub, yeah. The summer, the Daytona, I mean.
Yeah.
I'm wearing it right now.
Very good. Mine,
Yeah.
sadly.
It's the best looking watch. I mean,
Yeah.
isn't it your best looking watch too?
Well, I do love my rose gold Daytona more than my stainless one.
Man, I gotta tell you, this is quite.
No, I love it.
It's tough looking.
It is a beautiful watch.
I mean, look, you know, it's a black watch. It's a black watch.
Yeah, I mean, I love it. I personally do prefer the Panda, but because of the contrast. But I love that watch. I mean, it's my Daytona is my favorite watch of all time.
I'd have to try the Panda and to see.
I mean, some people it's like around 60-40. I think 60% prefer the Panda, 40%. You can't go wrong either way. I think the Panda just has. I think I would say 60-40 because it's just like a tiny bit more, going for like a couple $100 more or something, but not much more. But I like the Panda more because I like the contrast. That's why I got the rose gold with the light dial, the ivory dial. But that one is probably the watch I wear the most, my rose gold Daytona, because it's on rubber.
Yeah, you know what, Howdy? Has anyone ever tried an IWC Aqua Timer? I was looking at that one very, very closely when I decided to buy the Doxa. It was between the Aqua Timer and I really wanted the Jacques Cousteau edition, which had that orange and blue color on the dial. And it had the same movement. It's got the same movement as the Doxa, the 2498. So I was torn between the two, and I ended up getting the Doxa. I like that IWC Aqua Timer. I love that watch. As a matter of fact, I was telling Bud that would be a good beater watch. He was taking a look at it.
Is he back there? Can't find a strap to fit. Nice. Have a rubber bee on my Batman. Well, what are you looking for, Brendan? Isn't that what you have on your Batman, Rich?
On my Batman? No, I don't have nothing. I just got my bracelet.
Okay. I keep everything pretty original, but I do like my Oyster Flex rubber.
I mean, my rubber bees fit really well on both my Hulk and my Daytona.
Yeah, people love them. I like Oyster Flex because the feel of it is, I don't know. It's a Rolex. It's a Rolex product, so you know it's.
He doesn't like the way his rubber bee fits on the Batman, apparently.
Rose gold. GMT Master says rose gold. Here, let me show you. This is what it looks like, actually.
Yeah, that's amazing. I love the gold discs.
Yeah. I think it's so classy. This was my grail forever. This watch means so much to me because when I was first starting off and I was first getting into watches, it came out in 2011. Except it was on Crocodile, and it was so expensive. I was so out of reach.
Yeah.
So someday I'll be a partner at a law firm and I'll get this watch. I finally got it. It's almost more symbolic. It's like the watch that I wanted, I couldn't afford.
Right.
And then I still bought the Crocodile strap, so I can change it up. But I like it on rubber. It makes it a daily. If I want it to look more elegant and formal, I will I'll put it on the alligator. I think it's alligator.
That's how all my watches are now. They're all watches I can't afford.
Can you guys hear me okay now?
Yeah.
I blew through a whole iPad's battery, so
Look at these beautiful things. We have Hugo, and we have Daytona, and we have, how do I do this? God, is that not the most beautiful thing y'all are seeing, audience? You got a sleeping pig and and a jumbo and a Daytona.
That's funny.
There's nothing.
you got
You know what? They're gonna be
a French and two Swiss.
Yep, a French and two Swiss. That's right.
this will be in 1080p soon, so those will come in sharp as heck.
What do you mean 1080p?
The StreamYard is gonna upgrade to 1080p.
Will it go retro? Will it, all the older versions go up there? Or just the newer ones?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well,
This
okay.
is also, let's look at this for a minute. Oh, I think it's upside down. Yeah.
That's a crazy watch.
And the bracelet is just,
It's odd how our tastes change, because for a long time I didn't want an AP and I didn't want a Daytona.
oh my God, they're my favorite. How can you have never want them?
I'm not super duper crazy about the Daytonas, but I mean, when it gets into the I do like. I told you it's a girl's watch, but I do like the rainbow Daytona. I mean, you can't help but not like.
Yeah, but that's like the ultimate status. Like, to have a rainbow Daytona, you not only say you're rich, you say you're powerful. Because it means it's a hard to get watch and it's expensive.
The next one is the gold one with the green dial. I mean, that one's unbelievable.
And G says, do you think Rolex should have a GMT with an Oyster Flex? Yeah, why not?
Yeah, if they get it down right.
They've been doing it on everything else.
It's good. Vic, someone said, Vic, do you like the white gold koala Daytona? What koala? You mean the panda? What's the koala? The white gold? Is it the white and the blue? Wait, white and the steel? What's the koala?
Last year I traded my 1997 Rolex 16610 mint condition for a 2017 Tudor Black Bay Burgundy and a 99 Omega Seamaster midsize and 1,000 cash. I felt the sub, but that's a sub, right? Was boring. Seemed like everyone had one. Yeah, I guess, whatever you like. That seems kind of odd, though. I wouldn't trade a Rolex for a Tudor and Omega, but I mean,
West Virginia David says
didn't want it.
I get up at 5 in the morning normally. Between 5 and 6 usually. I'll be up at 5 tomorrow, and I won't miss a beat. I actually have to be in court tomorrow morning. I have to file a shit.
Yeah,
so you found that pill on that movie with Bradley Cooper. You know what movie I'm talking about, where he takes a pill and it makes him Superman. Makes him just.
Yeah, that's there is a pill that's called Adderall, but that movie was called.
I found that pill.
Adderall will do exactly what that movie makes you, but then you'll go crazy taking too much of it.
Yeah.
In law school, I took Adderall.
It sounds like it keeps. I mean, but I don't sleep. I only sleep about 4.5, 5 hours a night too. But some people just they don't need sleep to do what they got to do.
Yeah, I'll normally be asleep if I'm not doing a live stream or something. I'll be asleep by 11. If I am, it is what it is. I have my own.
And that's what coffee's for.
Yeah, I have my own schedule. I'll do whatever I need in the morning. I'll take a nap in the afternoon if I need to. Wait, so GMT Master says 15202 BC Grail watch. That's also what Bud likes, but that's the white gold with the salmon dial, right?
Yeah, you can. It's
And
impossible.
that Rich also likes that one. Rich says that's the most beautiful watch ever made. He said.
GMT Master has
Yeah.
he's brought up some really nice watches tonight. I don't think I've ever seen GMT Master either, but
Yeah.
Yeah, he's always around.
Oh, is he? Okay. Maybe it's
He's
sorry,
on,
GMT
on
Master.
Archie's channel too.
He's brought up some really nice watches tonight.
That one, that white gold one, I don't think that's even. I'm not sure. I don't think they even. It was a limited edition. I think of 50.
I think I would trade everything that I have for that watch. Honestly, that's just.
Are you serious?
I don't know. Yeah, that's.
Is it that different than my like in appearance? It's white gold instead of steel, okay, but it looks similar, and it's a salmon dial instead of a blue. So it's.
I love that salmon dial. It's crazy that dial is. Of course, if I seen the yellow go with the green dial, one of them too, I would probably.
That one they don't even sell here. That one they only sell. They made 50 and they sold in Singapore.
You know what? I love that watch, but I got to be a realist. Money wise, the new 41 millimeter Royal Oak is for me.
Yeah.
The 15505. Is that it? Right? Yeah, I think so.
West Virginia Davis says, Victor, would you ever do a crappy live stream like Rich did discussing Oris, Longines, etc.? I'd like to see your opinions. Yeah, if he invited me on, and for sure.
Crappy kind of has an open mic deal anymore, where he puts up his thing, and you can come on. Whoever they want to can come on. So next time he has a live stream, you could probably stop on there if you wanted to. Do you know a lot about Oris?
I don't know that much. I could give my opinions about what limited knowledge I have, but
Marty,
I really good taste, I think.
Marty, the cool thing about the Rubber B strap is you just order it and they ship it to you. You don't need to decide anything. It comes to you one size, and then you cut it yourself or take it to your watchmaker and he cuts it.
Oh, the Rubber B has to be cut?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. How does that work?
I think so. Did it have to be cut? Let me check.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I think they cut one. Did they? Yeah. It's got holes like the Aquanaut. It's just like the Aquanaut.
Oh, wow.
So it's got there's holes, see? Here.
Let me see. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Oh, I see. But what about like
Not on this side though. Not on this side.
right, because it has to be, but mine has both on my, let's say my Daytona, mine is fit on both sides like that. Let's see. See how this one goes narrow like that, and then on the other side also like that. So I don't know how Rubber B wouldn't go on that one with that clasp.
Brendan Moran says, "Are the new Pepsis that much nicer than the old Pepsi?" Not really, Brendan. I mean, they're more sturdy, they're more modern, but I mean,
it does look nice.
If you got an old Pepsi, it's a really nice watch.
West Virginia said, "My dog is putting him to sleep."
Oh, is that what that is, West Virginia, David? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. I had an English bulldog once, so I'm used to all the same noises.
Oh, I love English bulldogs. I love them, but they are so unhealthy. They have so many health issues, and they die very young.
Yeah. Limitless, yes, Steve Franks. That was the name of the movie with Bradley Cooper. And
I like Panerai. I wouldn't be opposed to getting a Panerai one day if one catches my eye. I kind of want a vintage Panerai. If I see a vintage, there was one. It was like a TV box Panerai case, and I wish I picked it up. I regret not picking it up. I would have it to this day if I got it, and it was like $5,000. I should have gotten it.
I would like a 40 millimeter Panerai. I don't know if that's possible, but I would love that.
Hey guys, get my screen.
Looks like a bat.
Wait, no, don't move too much.
You would trade your Batman for a Pepsi, Aunt G? You know what? Yeah, I mean, if I had a choice right now, because if I couldn't afford both, I would probably do the same thing. As a matter of fact, that's kind of why I want to get rid of my Submariner date. I want to sell my Submariner date because they're going to call me for a Pepsi, and I kind of want to make that switch. I'm going to make the switcheroo there.
There's crappy luxuries on here.
I'll replace
If he wants to come on the show.
I'll replace my sub date with the what do you call it? With a Pepsi. That's a good replacement, right?
What?
Yeah, of course. To trade the sub date for a Pepsi?
Yeah, I don't need that sub date anymore. I mean, it's my first watch. I know.
Get rid of the Surdy and get the.
Oh, I'll never get rid of that bluesy. I love that bluesy. It's nice.
Okay, then
Strap.
James Kahn said there's a 39 millimeter Royal Oak Chrono Salmon dial, 25960 BC. I don't think I've seen that one, James Kahn. I'd like to.
Let me look that up. 25960, because they were doing, when the 15300 was around, they were doing everything in 39. It's not an extra thin, no doubt, but still 39 is so good. 25960 BC means it's white gold. Wow.
And now if you buy my watch, I have
oh yeah, this may be the watch for you.
It's probably not available.
No. There's tons of them pre-owned. Yellow gold, BA for 32 grand. Full yellow gold. It's a brick in 39 millimeters. 33 grand. Woo!
Where are you seeing this at?
Go on Chrono 24. Go to 25960. It's an older look, but for the price, you get a solid, and it's a.
I would agree with Brendan. Keep the Batman. Don't trade it for the Hulk, for the new Pepsi, because the Batman will just hold its value. It'll retain its value because it's discontinued, without a doubt.
CB says I get a lot more attention from the Hulk than Pepsi. Yeah, I would agree. The Hulk is it's green. It calls for. It's a unique watch.
Yeah, the Hulk is an eye catcher, probably more than any other Rolex. As a matter of fact, people probably want to see what it is, that green sunburst.
Yeah, because it's unique. What other watch is just all green like that, like really green?
Yeah, I dug it. That's why I got it.
Even Bud's Breitling green isn't like Hulk green.
Yeah, that's why I got it. I totally thought it was just so unique.
I'm on the list for that. I hope to get it next year at some point. Crappy and electric dollars. What are electric? Oh, electric collars. Should be.
Who is that? Brummy Jack. What's up, Brummy?
I've never seen Brummy before.
Oh, there's Bud again.
Is that a Lego? Is Brummy?
Sorry, guys. I didn't realize that I'm on my phone now. I didn't realize if I clicked over, I'd lose you.
Oh, you're on your phone?
I did. Yeah, I ran my pad down, so I'm on my phone now.
Oh, and you can do live stream from your phone?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Do you use Google? Yeah. What do you use? You use Google Chrome?
No, because this system tells you to use Safari. Whatever Rich is on, asks you to use Safari.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
Oh, interesting.
And can you turn the video on the phone also?
Yeah, I can see everything that I can see on everything else. Yeah, I could. You mean like turn me on?
Oh, yeah. Oh wow, you could do everything from the phone. That's so cool.
Yeah. So I've done this actually driving home one day. I did a live stream with Rich driving home one day.
I'm always walking around my laptop. What a sucker I am.
The iPad's probably a good way to do it.
iPad's the best way to do it. That's what we just ran through. My iPad was 100% battery when we started.
I thought that's what you were using, Victor.
No, I'm using my laptop. My iPad. I have an older iPad, so I have the iPad Mini, so the battery
No, I
doesn't
got
last that long.
mine's newer, and it's the bigger one.
Yeah,
So,
those batteries are beasts. Those will last forever.
but I am wiring down my phone now too, so it's probably gonna lose you guys here
Put it on.
pretty
You don't
quick.
you don't have a charger.
It's on the charger. That's my iPad was on the charger too when it went dead. So it's just
Oh wow! It's
must take so much.
more energy than it's
It's taking more energy than what it's giving me. Yeah, I'm down to 6% on the phone now. So it's crazy.
Write down this number 25960. This AP. This is a good one. Here, let me show you. Look at this. Let me get a picture. Can you see this, bud?
Wow, that's solid dial. That white.
Yeah. It's a little older looking because of the indices, and it has the subdials are more older style, but still looks equally as good. Bud, is he gone?
No, he's there.
He's on mute then. Or he switched over to look at the watch and
Yeah. Do you think that's a 39?
this is a 39 and it's 33 grand, which is a solid gold new version is 55 grand. So it's a good watch. They're all around the same price.
Now we lost him.
Yeah. Here's one for 32 grand. Let me see what kind of a bracelet it has. It's an older version, but it's not bad. Look at that.
Yeah, that looks pretty nice.
He wants a yellow gold watch.
It's a little too much gold for me personally.
Yeah, I couldn't do yellow. But also you could see the bevels are kind of worn a little bit.
Yeah, he won't like that. He needs a new watch.
Yeah, it needs to be crisp. This one's not. Maybe
Right. He won't be happy unless it's crisp, I'm sure.
because gold wears it wears more than steel. So
And he won't wear it. I mean, he won't wear it down, you know.
yeah.
He'll wear it sparingly in a rotation. It won't get worn out.
Yeah.
So
This one's
yeah, for me, the AP Gold Victor is really overstated, man. Isn't it?
Yeah, it's the ultimate fuck off watch.
Right. I mean, my bluesy has that factor with its bright yellow and all that, you know, but it's just too much gold. If I want to, that would be like that equivalent to the bluesy in being loud.
Yeah.
A small 36 president is pretty mellow. I'm kind of cool with that.
James Conn wants you to bring up. I'm gonna bring up here. Can you bring up the screen? Bring up the salmon dial white gold AP.
Yeah, that's a different story.
I mean, you guys are both saying it's like the ultimate watch, and I agree, it's so beautiful, but for me, it's like there's a few other APs I would want.
I mean, at MSRP, knowing that it won't lose value, I would jump on that
Oh
watch.
hell yeah! It will not lose value, but it's
I couldn't pay a premium for something like this just to enjoy it. Let's say
premium is insane though.
Yeah, I couldn't do that. But for $55,000, I would certainly swap out some watches in my collection to make that happen. I wouldn't have an issue.
The dial is gorgeous.
This is my favorite watch.
That dial is
absolutely. To me, this is the most magnificent watch ever.
It won an award, the GPHG award. It's saying right there too.
Yeah, I voted for this one on Watch Art Size channel on the G8 whatever, and he links us to the
award
competition thing. Yeah, I won a watch last year. It was funny, you know. you know, they
watch that won the grand prize is the watch that I'm going for next.
but
And
yeah, I mean, you know, the thing is, I don't have no history to be able to attain a watch like this.
well,
It's
they don't make it
limited.
anymore. Everybody's saying that they want this watch.
50
I think
pieces.
it's 50. Does it say 50 pieces?
I
It's 50.
think it was 50 pieces.
Yeah, I think it's 50 pieces.
Yeah.
Plus,
This
it's
watch
like,
is gone. It's in people's hands.
yeah, and the kind of people who get this watch are not the kind of people who sell it. So I think, let me look on Chrono. I think there's like, it's the 15202 BC, because it's a jumbo on top of that. So it's not only, it's perfect proportion. Oh shit! You know how much it's going for?
Huh.
Holy shit! There's 3 of them on Chrono.
Really?
130 grand.
Wow. More than double, almost
Wait,
triple.
GMT says they're still making them. Okay, so if they're still making them, wow, holy moly.
Triple.
Oh my god, that's a premium. That's more than a Nautilus premium. So then I need to get on the list for this bad boy. If they get one in, wow. Yeah, but how could you not? I mean, honestly, like when I got my 5712 in, I'm not going to say I didn't think about selling it. I didn't. But I, you know, to make 60 grand for doing nothing was very tempting at the time. I'm glad I didn't, though, because you could sell it down the road for a lot more and enjoy it. But this one, imagine paying 55 and then someone saying, here's 90 grand or 80 grand. Give it back. Give it to me. could you, what would you do?
Well, you know, considering I probably wouldn't be buying another AP again, I probably would pocket the money.
I mean, yeah, it's like, it's crazy.
Or they'd probably be giving me a second watch. I'd just get a second watch from them anyway. I mean, I you know,
If you sold that one, if you sold it, you're not getting any more.
this is a yeah. I'm just fine. I'd be fine with this steel watch.
Which one?
Just the steel right here.
Bud wants that 38 now.
The rhodium dial right here.
Yeah, that's a good one.
This is beautiful. This is a good one. This is the sweet spot.
For you, yes. For you, absolutely. That watch is at the price, it's like cannot be beat. And since you can fit a 41, it is a beautiful, beautiful watch. I have a 41 here. It's a great, great watch.
Yeah, that's a great looking watch. That exact dial, everything about this watch.
I can afford one of the bracelet screws. That's funny. No, but the AP, you can get a pre-owned AP for like, you said 4,500 pounds. That's like $7,000. That's Rolex territory. Get a pre-owned AP. They have some. I really love, and you like that dial too, right?
Yeah, this is the dial that I'd like to get. Yeah, this is on my list. You know, it's there. Everybody has their list of, you know, watches that they hope to acquire down the way, and this is one of them.
Well, I think my opinion is that watch is going to go up dramatically and very soon. And I'll tell you why, because it's selling for only like $2,000 over retail right now.
Yeah,
but it's impossible to get. I've been to multiple boutiques and even my own boutique. They're really hard to get. People walk in asking for them. They're not getting on any lists. They're not, you know, they're and that just reflects to me that they're going to go up in value because it doesn't make sense. You know, I can get the root beer. It's $2,000 over retail, and I can get that so much easier than I can get a 15. I got very lucky with my jumbo, but before this, it was, you know, super.
All right, bud. What it's like midnight over where you're at?
Yeah, it's 12:15. You want to wrap it up?
Let's wrap it up, bud. Okay.
Right.
See you guys. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, we'll continue this discussion another night. I love talking about Audemars Piguet. You know what we should next time. Let's remember to talk about the guts of these watches. I'd like to pull up the movements, and maybe we could talk about how some of them are in-house and some of them are not, and
Yeah.
what's inside this beast versus the other one. Maybe we can talk a little bit about that. That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, let's do it. Oh, and GMT Master says that there are 75 being made for 2019, which means that we have a chance to get that
Oh,
one.
geez, man. Wow.
All right, let's
Nice, dude.
I'm
Well,
getting to that list for that one. All right, I'll talk to you.
okay, guys. Thank
Good
you.
night, everyone.
Thank you, everybody. See you. Bye-bye.